Warning, warning, the stream is now starting. The burb has arrived. And I see some chatter has arrived as well. Hey Widow and hey Astro. Welcome back to the stream. It's good to see you. Bubman! Bubman! He's here! I'm here, chat. Hello, hello, hello. It is it is me, once again here to hang out with every wholesome people in the chat. How you doing? Hope you didn't miss me too much. You're allowed to miss me just a little bit. Also, good morning, good noon, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. The different time zones you may be, we are united right now as a bird flock. I could choose a better sound effect than that, right? It could be better. I like that. We're at home. You got 4 hours of sleep? Oh no! So what do you do? Get your life together. Get some sleep. Not sure if you're in the middle of some kind of project or what keep you up. Or perhaps watching one of your favorite TV show. You need to not have the space between the exclamation mark and the redeem Rago. And hello, welcome in. Lord Shivia! Drawing, I see. Is that what you do, Astro? Stall! Okay, stall, it's stalling time. Chat! I promise to not get distracted today, chat! You can't break this wheel of steel! What is this quiz? Okay, let's see. Disclaimer, this quiz may cover details limited to past events which may serve as a handicap to newer players. This quiz was made in July 13, 2024, version 4.7. Okay, cool. You ready to begin? All answers are correct. I'll give you 6% bonus on your score. This is the correct answer. Hello, Do Young. The Wanderers Troupe was a troupe of traveling musicians who took part in Vanessa's rebellion against the aristocracy. Which of these weapons did not belong as one of its members? The alley flash, the whip set, the stringless, the bell. Well, I think it's the alley flash. Wait, do I know if I answered correctly or incorrectly? It doesn't even show. Okay, come on. How many days for Abyss? Abyss is always resetting on the 16th of every month. And for the challenge that we create for ourselves this week, it's gonna be on Friday and Saturday for me. If there are still more people wishing for me to help their Abyss, next Tuesday the Abyss is still not resetting yet. So we could potentially do something on next week's Tuesdays as well. And the Abyss is gonna reset on Wednesday next week. Which member of the Hexen Circle are confirmed deceased? Huh? Chat, there's a quiz for you! Which members of the Hexen Circle are confirmed deceased? If I'm gonna be honest, this is the first time I hear of this name. Okay, that's a quiz for you, chat. How do you do? You only know M? Me neither. I should do the theater on this account at some point. Hello, Deb. Quick, for the people that just joined just now, here's a law quiz for you. Which member of the Hexen Circle are confirmed deceased? ARNJBMO. Select all that may apply. Your Genshin knowledge may be tested now. And I shall be the judge of whether you answered or not. It's R! You remember? That's short form, by the way, A for Alice and R for Rohena. That's my guess. Because I've seen some of these letters being thrown around as well. Also, real quick, let's give chat a hint. What is Hexen Circle? Is this like a group of witch? Okay, the organization of powerful witches or mages found by Alice, which conducts Ermiso exploration and gather around for former tea parties. One place they met was a secret island above Falcon Coast. That is who the Hexen Circle are, or what that group is. I remember during the summer event 4.7 specifically, I heard people mentioning some of these. I'd say only 3 witches. They are only 3 witches, right? M is dead, I believe. M is dead. I think that's it. Alice playable when? Alice been teased for so long. So long. Okay, I am farming for specifically Chevres today. Two witches, M and N. I don't think there's any N in here. Oh, N. Okay, sure. I'll take Widow's word for it. Didn't M talk to us during Fontaine? This is R. That's R. Okay, I have no idea. I think M is dead. And that's, I remember that. Okay, I will take the Widow's word. Let's do N as well. Which of the 5 Carson was framed for plagiarism and exiled as punishment? Ooh, this quiz is not for me, chat. This quiz is not for me. But hey, maybe I'll learn something from this. Skirk has a master? Okay. I believe I have enough of these and they can be farmed today. I have enough. So not really needing to farm that right now. What I could do is farm the XP level up books. Yeah, that seems to be in high demand. Gonna try to level Chevres up to say level 70. Modern teacher, Clay Mother, and Skirk's master. Another reason I got no sleep was because you caved and bought the deluxe skin. Well, if it brings you happiness, who am I to judge? Okay, this I have no idea, chat. I'm just gonna choose one. This looks like a name. Who was the Queen Aranyani mentioned by the Aranara? Aramukunda? That's not Lesser Lord Kusanali or Greater Lord Rukadevata. I don't believe so. They could be referring to Greater Lord. I'm not sure. Goddess of Flower, Nabu Malikata, Nara Varuna. Nara is a way that they refer to a non-Aranara person, right? Because I remember Traveler got called a Nara. I'm gonna just try to make an educated guess. I think this person may not be an Aranara. But it would not be Nara Varuna because if they have given the person this name, they would not call a Nara. I think it is either Great Lord Lucarivata or Goddess of Flowers Nabu Malikata. I think it may be I am torn. I'm gonna make a 50-50 choice here. Goddess of Flower. Since they are kind of mushroom, they may be calling a Goddess of Flower some kind of queen. Who's the youngest of the 5 Yaksha? Oh no. Who's the one that... I think Bosacius is the one that we saw, well, not saw, but fought along a random dude. Yelan's ancestor in the chasm, right? That cannot be the youngest. I believe Xiao is the youngest, but I don't see... Can I cheat? Can I cheat? Can I look at Xiao's Yaksha name? Like in law I know it's Xiao. Alatus, there we go. Okay. Let's take a break. I need my brain to rest. General Alatus! That does sound somewhat familiar now that I think about it. Check that YouTube video. What's that YouTube video? Also, if you don't mind, can you share these links in my Discord server instead? Because clicking a random links on Twitch is a little bit sus.
I got invited to their PC cafe.
You're gonna need to listen to this.
Genshin PC Cafe is located in CGV Yeonnam building on 7th floor. They have underground. Genshin sold this Raiden statue in-game in their merch store. But
Genshin PC Cafe. What is PC? PC is supposed to be computer, right? What do I mean by that in this context? Yeah, I may go.
Oh, they have Dakimakura.
Oh no, the safe one.
Tumblr.
Sending on Discord? Alright, gotcha.
Stuff.
Yeah, in the future it'll be nicer for me to see a preview of that before I click on the link. So Discord will be nicer.
I think this is like a show.
Oh, there we go. That's the PC. Okay, I guess Genshin PC is basically just a PC with Genshin sticker on it. That's a little bit lame. I thought there would be a little bit more to that. Skip around a little bit.
But next time when I come here, I'll be fine. You can probably pay extra. Genshin customized gaming peripherals.
That does looks like a nice keyboard though. Oh, it sounds nice too.
They are going to be selling their custom headphones, wireless chargers,
sounds
keyboards,
nice.
and even their PCs.
Okay. Now that I can dig.
With 78X 3D AMD CPU, 32GB DRAM, and 4070 Super. Their up-to-date PC parts will allow you to play any games without lagging. I really liked how they paid attention to things that sent me the chair as a gift for showing up to their event. If there's one thing you cannot separate from PC Cafe in Korea, is food. I've seen people trying to replicate Genshin food as content on YouTube. Tempura. Try them all out. I would like to thank Genshin for inviting.
Nice video. You need that. It's probably available for sale. The videos should have been shared by Weirdo in my Discord server, so there may be links leading to how to buy that PC in the video description. I'm running the opposite way. I'm gonna need to see the UI. Hold on. There we go. Get Shangling out of here! Give me my aura run! Not PC pillow. That I think available in abundance in different style. Ready for your browsing online. It's only Korea exclusive thing. No! That's likely enough. Let's go kill this boss one time. Did you see the ZZ collab iPhone? Really? Wait, where am I? Oh, wrong place. Oh, right. I should be going to this boss. I have not. Let me try to look it up on YouTube. ZZZ collab iPhone. Phone collab. No. I have not seen that. iPhone 13 Zen 0 gaming setup? No. It's not easy to find. Either. Hana, hello! Good to see you again. This is probably not the best team to kill this boss. That's okay. Appreciate you all switching to Twitch to help me with the Twitch goal. Good enough. We'll kill it. Let me make sure that I look at YouTube chat from time to time too, because yesterday there was a little bug where YouTube chat was not showing up in the combined chat. Okay, I'm not missing anything. Good enough. You're gonna link me? You're gonna link me? Okay. It was only 50 pieces. It was only available only one store in Korea. Are you based in Korea? It seems that you know a lot about some Korea exclusive deals. Twitch! Let's go. Korea just getting straight spoiled. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think I hit E when the enemy just died and the new one have not responded, so there's nothing on the ground. No balls. Alright, let's get over these fast so we can get to the event quest. We have a lot to do today, chat. Let's see how long the quest lasts. You have linked me with timestamp. Alright. After this clear. Hold on, that's an ad. Alright, real quick, let me see. I want, if it's called a ZCC phone, I want it to have some kind of, just a little something beyond just a sticker in the back. See if they have something like that. Alright, see. Like if it's just gonna be a sticker in the back, I can just buy a sticker and slap it on the back of my phone.
I have unboxed in my life. And we've got 10 of them. From Pokemon to Xbox to literally the first ever official limited
That's a
edition
cool
iPhone.
transition.
It's time
Holy.
to find out where my
Oh, hold on.
to Xbox
That's a cool transition.
limited edition tech products that I have unboxed in my life. And we've got 10 of them. From Pokemon limited edition tech
What?
products that I have
Okay.
unboxed in my life.
That's a cool transition.
And we've got 10 of them. From Pokemon to Xbox to literally the first ever official limited edition iPhone. It's a few of them are actually worth it with our shiny new
Actually, let me go to the timestamp. 1560. Okay. 1560.
but feel like they could have done a little bit more in terms of unique software sprinkles for these collector's edition products.
It's very disappointing.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go A tier overall. Okay, time for the top 3.
Streaming
These
Twitch
are
is
just
much better.
Straight up bonkers. Because
ZZZ
what I'm holding
iPhone!
right now,
I mean, Twitch is designed, it's more geared towards streaming in general.
the Zenless Zone Zero phone, based on the free-to-play mobile game made by the same developers as Genshin Impact. This phone is a 1 in 50. 1 in 50 is absurdly rare. And the somehow even crazier
1 in
thing is that
50.
this also happens to be the first
New
time
Erido.
Apple has ever collaborated with a game company on a phone. And so how the heck did we actually get this thing?
Huh.
Well, there was one place on the entire planet you could buy it, a tiny little pop-up shop on a random street in Korea. So, knowing when it was coming up for sale, we basically went onto Fiverr and tried to hire as many people in Korea as we could to go through all
Okay.
the processes to prove their Korean citizenship and to somehow get in line and try and buy one for us. One actually agreed, but we still didn't think it was going to happen. I mean, 50 units of an iPhone in the world. And so this was us on the day of sale.
iPhone!
We just
iPhone.
Bated breath, watching her typing indicator, almost convinced she was about to tell us that the thing had sold out, but she actually pulled through. As for the rest of the unboxing, so there's a case on top, and then, oh, okay, separate drawer underneath. So this is a redeem code. Oh, whoops.
Miyabi!
I thought it would be covered by something. Have fun, I guess. An acrylic ticket. All this stuff is showing off the new character Miyabi. And an acrylic keyring. We prefer stuff like this because, you know, at least you can.
Alright, sure.
So the phone case,
It has some.
it's actually.
It has some shiny in it as well. Sure. Okay.
2 phone cases. And as you probably expect, the quality is top class. You could definitely take a drop with this. Right, now it's time for the big moment. So the phone is...
Just a phone, right?
Are you freaking kidding me?
It's just a phone. It's just a normal phone.
It's completely standard.
Yeah.
It seems like Apple's willingness to collaborate doesn't extend to actually making the iPhone Special Edition. This is just a run-of-the-mill black iPhone 16 Pro. Man, could you not even have just engraved a tiny little number 1 of 50 or something? This whole thing is actually so weird when you think about it. Like, Apple...
But they could have what is this? They could have just sold some stickers. They could have sold these. I don't know what the cases. Yeah, and that's it. Why? Okay then. You know what? Sure, my expectation was on the floor. At least it is slightly surpassing my expectation. There was more than one sticker, okay? There was more than one sticker. There's a redeem card, and there are 2 cases with a few more stickers. There you go, chat. Okay, let's see if there's anything. I'm gonna just speed through this a little bit here. Alright. I think this is an ad, right? It's basically an ad.
Apple never collaborates with companies for limited edition phones. And then that doesn't come across as hugely premium. It's only sold in Korea in this random little pop-up shop, and 50 units. I mean, for Apple, for a company like Apple, that is just an absolutely meaningless amount of phones to be messing around with. And do you know what? The whole thing, all of this was actually made to celebrate, literally, version 1.4 of this mobile game. Wow. Like, what the... And its core engine. Let's.
I mean, maybe that's why it was not announced widely and it was only sold in Korea. Maybe. It's $2,000. I could buy a new computer PC rig with that. Oh well, it is what it is. It is what I expected. Generally, collaboration just ends at that. It's okay. Okay, moving on from that. Hello, Bloodlust. On both Twitch and YouTube. Hello. And there's one Iron Man collab phone. See the difference? Really? I've seen that video and Apple just scam those. Wanna see my point? Sure. See the Iron Man phone, that's a collab phone should have been Iron Man phone. Collab. Was that an iPhone as well, or what kind of phone was that? Poco X7. Hold on. What kind of phone is it? What kind of phone is Poco X7? I've never heard of that phone before. Alright, just show me the phone. Okay. Not sure what that is. Prove that Tony Stark has a heart. Oh, that's the thing to take your SIM card out. Okay, sure. It has a back sticker. Sure. And it has a cool color for the button. Yeah, this is at least better than the other thing. Yeah, this is better than the other thing. What? Hold on. Okay. Now that's a step beyond. Poco comes under Xiaomi. This is fine. This is, I think, for this kind of phone, the design, people can design some stuff on the main screen. That's fine. But at least they make an effort. At least they make an effort. Alright, there's no other feature from the phone. It's just like playing different games on the phone. Nice. Who comes on a, okay, that's not a sticker, that's the whole S3D material, really? I want to see the light reflection. Okay. Yeah, I think the light does reflect somewhat differently on the middle material. So, yeah, okay. Shee. Shee. Yeah, now that I think is a collab phone. If you want to call some kind of collab, at least it should be at that level. Back per now. By the way, you leveled your Skyward Blade up to level 90. Nice. That would be a nice investment for Bennett. Timmy, you're at 65 pity on weapon banner. Should you save for Navia's weapon, or are there any upcoming weapons you suggest? They will be releasing the next phase banner, the Silonan and Venti's banner. We already know that they're gonna have the signature of Silonan and the signature of Venti, but I believe by the end of tomorrow, they will also release official information on which 4-star are gonna be on that banner. So when I can answer you more clearly regarding that banner specifically. But if we're just gonna talk about like the 5-star weapons. Let me go to the banner real quick. Hold on. Let that load in the background because it usually takes a little bit. I can immediately tell you that Silonan weapon and Venti's weapon are some pretty nice support weapon to have if you want to make your team stronger. Weapon is obviously got on Silonan herself, but it's also usable on Chiori, Albedo, and surprisingly, or maybe not surprising to you, Bennett. Let me show the stats of the weapon. Hold on. When look at weapon stat, I think this website would be better at showing it. Hakushin. No, Hakushin. There we go. This is Silonen's weapon. He runs Silonen on the craftable natlan weapon. If you have nothing else, I recommend Favonia's sword for Silonen instead of the craftable natlan. Okay, so Silonen weapon, it gives terrible base attack compared to other 5-star weapon and defense of stat. Then why is it good on Bennett? Why do I say it's good on Bennett? Compared to say compared to say, I want to look at the sword. Where's the sword? Skyward Blade and Aquila Favonia. Skyward Blade is Aquila Favonia is a weapon that has the highest base attack sword in the game. It's very good for Bennett because Bennett's buffing is based on his base attack, but it has an useless substat and pretty much not very often used passive. Skyward Blade is a weapon that only has 600 base attack but 55 recharge, which Bennett also really want in some cases. So it could be beneficial to swap from Aquila Favonia to Skyward Blade sometimes if we cannot meet ER requirement on Bennett, even though it gives less base attack. Then why would we swap to a weapon that has even lower base attack and defense for a substat? It is because of the passive. Here's what the passive on Silonen's weapon does. Let me try to zoom in. After normal plunging attack hit opponent, when this effect reach 2 stacks, so doing 2 normal attacks, it increases all nearby party member all elemental damage bonus by 8% for every 1000 defense the equipping character has, up to a maximum of 25.6%. How much ER does Bennett? Generally around 250. Generally. Sometimes he can, like, if there is no other stat you want, I am of the school of thought that we probably should use Skyward Blade on Bennett rather than Aquila Favonia because having more energy recharge just more comfortable. But here, I can give you some calculation. Bennett is usually just a character that gives attack buff, but with the Silonen's weapon and we do 2 normal attack on Bennett, we can give a damage bonus buff for everyone in the party as well, not just the on-fielder. I'm gonna talk about the pros of this weapon. I'm gonna talk about the cons later. They are cons. So let's look at a Mahuika Bennett Sitlali team. This is a Mahuika C premium team. And say with Silonen. Obviously, if you have a Silonen in this team, why don't you just use her signature on herself, right? But hey, this is for the purpose of like testing. Mahuika in this team is doing 1,630,000 damage in the full rotation. Actually, I should change it. 1,840,000. There we go. 140, and this is with Bennett using Sapwood Blade. Obviously, this number gonna get a lot more crazy when we switch to a 5-star weapon. Let's say Aquila Favonia. Now, with the Aquila Favonia buffing, Mohica can do 1,862,000. Wait a minute, that does not seem like too much. It doesn't seem like There's no to it. It's more, sure. I may double check something. Yeah, this is all correct. Oh, wait. Fuck. Yeah, we're gonna need to do a field correction. Just some field correction, don't worry about this. The percentage of them should be the same. Like the difference between these, because there was something with Ceylon that I forgot to enable. 283. Hello, Gaima Tugrik. This is Aquila Pavonia. Okay. How about we swap to Ceylon's weapon? And because we need to build defense on Bennett, because this weapon's buffing is based on defense. Here, read again. For every 1000 defense the equipping character has, so Bennett, it's gonna give us 8% damage bonus. So let's say, okay, we're gonna change Bennett's build to use defense instead of HP. That's a little bit weird, but let's see the numbers. 2,231,000. Let's try to percentage this. Let's put this at 100% and see how much the other is improving over this. This is 103%, 103.2. $107.1. It is up to you if you want to do this. Now let's say that we don't even bother to change Bennett's build to having defense. Let's say we're too lazy or we still want the healing from Bennett, so we're gonna use HP. $104.3. There we have it. On Bennett specifically. Even when we don't really build defense on Bennett, it still performs somewhat on par, ever so slightly better than Aquila Favonia. If we build defense on Bennett, which I do recognize that it feels bad to do so because it also decreases his healing. But if we are fine with decreased healing, we can get more offensive power if we build defense on Bennett and use Ceylon's signature weapon. Most prominent use case for Ceylon's signature if you don't use it on Ceylon herself. And you could also argue that, hey, I already have Aquila Favonia. Seems like either 1 to 4% increase over what I already have, and it's not that worth it. I don't really need it. Alright, I can agree with that. Yeah, that's fine. You don't need to pull a new limited 5-star weapon to get this percentage. That's fine too. And do note that this weapon, because it also does not provide any energy recharge, which is similar to Aquila Favonia, Aquila of Favonia also not provide any energy recharge for Bennett. It could be not possible to use it sometimes when we need extra energy recharge and we probably have to use Skyward Blade or something like that. That's something to consider. So that is regarding Silen's weapon. Let's take a look at Venti's weapon. As Dev said, it is good on Yelan, yes, in specific cases. Venti's weapon, Elegy for the End, is a weapon that has high base attack and gives energy recharge substat. Also, it can easily give the whole team 100 elemental mastery and 20% attack. Which character is a bow user and frequently like to play in a team that can benefit from elemental mastery and attack? Let's take a look. Bow wielding characters. Now this weapon has an energy recharge substat and not ideal for a main DPS, so it's a support weapon. Let's look at support characters that want to play in a team with EM scaler or attack scaler. You can argue for Ganyu, but not really. Ganyu can be used as a free support or off-field burst DPS. Venti obviously, but Venti is not used a lot nowadays. Yelan is a good use case. If she is used in a team where the main DPS is vaporizing, so maybe Gaming vaporizing with Yelan or Mahuika vaporizing with Yelan, Yelan can use Venti's weapon and give, say, Gaming or Mahuika extra attack, extra elemental mastery, and that's so good. Let me give you a comparison, okay? 20% attack is what the Noblesse Oblige artifact set gives. This artifact set gives 20% attack. Why do I not have it equipped on Bennett? Have I been swapping stuff around? I think I did. This artifact set gives 20% attack. This artifact set gives 120 EM on a 4-piece. And Noblesse Oblige and Instructor are the two artifact sets that I use quite often. This weapon is that two artifact set in one. And you still have artifacts slot for the character wielding this bow to use on something else. Yelan of Alikino? Absolutely. Who else can use this? Corley. In an Aggravate team or Hyperbloom team. An Aggravate or a Spread on any Quicken DPS can use attack and use Elemental Mastery really well. Fischl is a character that can use this weapon really well. Also, Yelan and Corley can benefit from the energy recharge substat from this weapon. Fischl not so much from energy recharge, but usually Fischl can also benefit from the EM and attack herself, as well as someone in a team like Chlorine, Nahida, Fischl. They all can benefit from both attack and elemental mastery. Auroron is gonna be in a somewhat similar place as Fischl, but Auroron teams is a little bit more limited. You can argue it could be used on Sarah. Not as good. Generally, you're gonna see it most often on Yelan or Fischl. To an extent, Corley, Auroron. So if you have the use cases for these weapons, Elegy for the End, and Sylvan's signature weapon, those are really strong support weapons that you could consider. and depend on the 4-star weapon lineup on the banner, which we will learn tomorrow. If there are many favorites on this banner, then I can say that I may be pulling on this weapon banner. That's my personal polling decision. Even after knowing that, you could say that, hey, I don't really care about support weapon. I would rather use favorites on my support, or I'd rather pull main DPS weapon instead. I can respect that. And that will be a valid choice as well. I'm only here to get the information out, and what you want to do with the information, what do you want to do with your polling currency, that's up to you. And potentially here are the speculation of the upcoming banners. Kinich weapon is mostly good on Kinich, but it's about 30% increase to his damage. Navia weapon is good on quite some characters. It's a more generalist weapon and could potentially be used on like a Gaming, on like a Kinich. So if you have Navia and maybe one more Claymore user in your account, it could be a worthwhile pull. Raiden weapon is so-so nowadays. You can do that on Xiangling, I guess. And maybe Yan-san. You want Skirk and Silverland, that's it. Fair enough. Okay, I went on a whole ass tangent there. Hey, who was the original person that asked the question? I think Ashram, right? Hopefully that has answered your question. And beyond these kind of characters, we don't really know who else coming in the future. So that's all I can tell you for now. But do you want to try DPS Pyro Traveler? You have a C6. What team are you currently using with Pyro Traveler? And are you currently using a DPS build on the Traveler? How much attack Yan-san need? 2005. You answer your own question. Technically, it's 2556. It's like 2555.555555 repeating. It's like 2556. For Yan-san from C1 to from C0 to C4. If your Yan-san is C5 or C6, then you want 3000 attack instead. Yep, C6 Yan-san will be 3000. Nice. Red Trouble of Yelan by Natlan Kazuha. Alright. Let's put a pin on that. I'd rather do the quest today because I would be pressed for time if I'm not doing the quest today. Co-op today? No. The event quest would be gone by the end of this week, and we do have the Abyss challenge on the last few days of my stream this week. Did I even claim the daily on this account? Let me double check. Alright, one more. Level 70 Ian San good enough? No. You want to level up Ian San's burst to at least level 9. And it's not possible with level 70 Ian San. You need to level Ian San at least to level 70 over 90. So ascended, but not really need to level her up all the way to 90. Similar to Bennett, how the burst level matters for the buffing. Okay, done with that. Log into my main. Now that you have deluxe skin, you're motivated to build him again. But Navia is your Hope Gravestone. Do you have the Battle Pass Claymore? This one, not this one. Hold on. This one! This one should be really good on many characters and versatile. You don't have it, you shall have it soon. It is generally on par and at high refinement could be better than Hope Gravestone. Any character to build? No. Straight up, go farm artifacts. But yeah, Diluc does have one premium or two premium team. That's decent nowadays. It is plunge team either with Furina or plunge team with Selali. Is the other battle pass weapon okay on him? The other battle pass weapon is not that great. You mean this one, right? Wait, no. This one, right? It's not very good. This one's just so much better. With a workable passive, this passive is very jank. There's no way for us to reliably get Hydro, Cryo, Electro or Dendro affecting our character unless an enemy hit us with. And Bennett's burst will always infuse us with Pyro, so we'll just get the attack bonus, which is not as valuable. You have Fruitful Hook? Oh, Fruitful Hook to be good then. Because it is a plunging Claymore and Diluc wants to plunge in his best possible team. Is that Battle Pass weapon good on R1? You mean the other Battle Pass weapon or the good Battle Pass weapon? Make it take a look. I've just looked at the passive and my eyes glaze over because it's not very nice. But I can take a look at the actual damage number. Enlarge the website. Okay, let's see. Serpent Spine. Let's get rid of this. It's not. Actually, I'll save this for future reference. This is the Sapwood Blade Bayonet or Silonen's signature on Bayonet. Silo 6 on Bayonet. And then add a new file. 2463 Serpent Spine, the other Battle Pass weapon. Affected by Pyro, sure. 2149. 2159. Let's see. Oh, 2225. Okay. Okay. What if I switch to, say, a free-to-play weapon? $2109. Last test. Hold on. Last test. Let's look at R1 version. Two and 4 5. Two 229. There we go. It's still better than the free-to-play option, even at R1, but it's nowhere as good as Serpent Spine. It's still a great weapon. It's decent. You know what? Let's compare that to, say, I know this is not dialogue, but Pyro DPS, they're gonna be somewhat similar. This is Hope Gravestone. 2194. Where does this clock in? There you go. This is Serpent Spine R1. This is Hope Gravestone R1. Hope Gravestone R2? Okay. We'll see. Okay. Any redemption for Hope Gravestone? I mean, when will enemies be actually lower than 30%? It's hard to say. There. When will enemies be actually less than... Okay, let's do some rough math, I guess. Enemy HP being less than 30%, let's say that happens 30% of the time. Duh. And enemies is above 30% HP, that happens 70% of the time. Sure, let's do some math. 2448. With passive, average passive. There we go. And there we are. We can cope. There. There's some merit to this. 2379. 2194. There you go. These two would fall in between Serpent Spine R5 and Serpent Spine R1. There you go. You send something on Discord meme? Sure.
That's because everyone has their own unique aura. For me, auras are like invisible outlines. By sensing them, I can see everything clearly.
My aura?
What about my aura?
Your aura... it's round and bouncy.
Huh?
Please try to change that.
Okay, I'll try. But it might take more interactions to change the impression I have. So if you're okay with it, may I touch your face?
Okay.
I am Jose Mourinho. I've coached the best clubs in the world. I've won the Italian, Portuguese, English, and Spanish championships.
That's enough. I've memorized your features. Your aura is warm with a tinge of nervousness. Softer than I imagined.
Chat, I cannot look at everything. If we want to do anything on stream, I cannot look at everything, chat. Battle Pass weapon tier list. About a month ago. Okay. I trust this video. If you're on the Discord and you want to see some Battle Pass weapon tier list, go ahead and watch this video. The Jeff is a smart dude. Was it defense San or ER San with good defense? Which weapon are you using, Bloodlust? I need that question answered first. So you get the new plunge set for Diluc. It performs okay. Let me take a look again. Three stack of this is 45%. Yep, it should be good on him. It's giving a lot of stats, though. If you already have a lot of good two-piece lying around, then you may benefit more from two-piece, because the new plunge set is, while it gives good stat, it is a new artifact that we need to farm from scratch, and the substat may not be as good yet. So for example, I am actually using a two-piece on my Gaming. Gaming cannot really use the new plunge set very well, but he could use Crimson Witch of Flame or Mare Chelsea Hunter. What was my setup for this guy? I think I was using this. Yeah, I use this. I use this. I use something. This. Here, let me just look at the video I have in the past. Oh, Brown Online is doing the quest. I should be doing the quest. I keep getting sidetracked. I should be doing the quest. Where's my Gaming video? Here's the Gaming video. This was actually the best possible set that I currently have on Gaming. It is two-piece. Sometimes the substats are just too good, and it could potentially make the set better than the 4-piece. Make the build better than 4-piece build. It's rarely happen though, but Diluc is one of the characters that does not really have a set that works extremely well on him. The plunge set works decently well on him. Okay, a Bloodlust from the question before regarding the ER San for Silonan. You don't have Silonan yet. I recommend using Favonius on Silonan with Defense San, Defense Goblet, and Crit Red Circlet. If you have Silonan signature weapon, then I recommend Energy Recharge San, Defense Goblet, and Defense Circlet. Repeat one more time. Favonius, defense, crit, signature, ER, defense. These are some decent artifacts. Shame I don't really have a use for them. Diluc has somewhat decent flower, Crimson Witch, and Feather Glad, so I'm not very sure what to do. There is a website that can take your artifact information and spit out the best possible combo you have, but it takes a lot of... It takes some knowledge regarding the team, regarding the rotation. In order to do it, it's Genshin Optimizer. That's a nice artifact. This website right here, the website that I often use to calculate some damage for you. Genshin Optimizer. You can go on here and you can input your character information. There is a way to do that automatically, but you have to look into it. You can import the artifacts that you want to look at, and after all the setup, it can spit out to you some numbers. Like it says, and it can also search through your artifact inventory and find the best artifact combo for you to use on a character. Thank you for the pipe. There you go. That's the website I use to look at some of the Mohuika's weapon comparison there. Alright, chat, 1 hour and 30 minutes into the stream. We are finally doing the thing we set out to do. Let's go. Look at sit lightly for a moment, chat. I'm gonna go hydrate myself real quick. I'll be right back. Then we get on to the quest. You need to insert that and not manually. Alright, but they are technically third-party software that could help you with enter the data into that website. What it does is it's gonna automatically scan through your artifact inventory and take a screenshot of each. But it is a very gray area whether that is a third-party software that is bannable or not by Genshin. If you just enter your data manually, then there's no risk involved. But if you use a third-party software to gather your artifacts data, use it at your own discretion. But here's something that it can do when you have entered all the data in it, this website. Let's say I want to look at a gaming team. There's some trash build that helps him to do 500,000 damage. I'm gonna go to optimize, let it run through all of the possible combination of artifacts. I'm gonna force my energy recharge to be at 145 just for comfortable use of gaming. Again, I guess I can force it to be 140 as well. And let it run. Hold on, 0 build against the criteria. Hold on. Give me one. That. Oh, right. I should be swapping his weapon. Let's give him this weapon. There we go. There we go. It spits out the artifacts combo that is best possible from my artifacts for this character. And with these artifacts, he could now do 1,700,000 damage per one full rotation. And then I can look at this and I say, okay, these artifacts, noted. Thank you, the optimizing website. Okay, that one. Very cool. Where is it? This one is the with crit damage, attack, and EM. There we go. That one. That one. That one. And that one. Yep. Boom. That work on phone? It does not. I don't think that website is optimized for phone. You don't have defense artifact? Understandable. Okay! Story quest, story time, start! Get your story hat on! Get your lore hat on! What is this? Hold on, I need to do something. Capture 3 of their bases in a row and we win! I'm gonna go to settings after this. And I'm gonna increase the game volume. Alright, see you there. It was a Cryo Goblet for gaming to trigger melt, that's what they say. Yeah. Based. They wanna know what hit them. Oh wait, that's a new animation of Molani, right? What? Hold on. Oh, there are currently 4 viewers on Twitch. Hello, that is above the average requirement for affiliate. Let's go. Pyro Traveler using this sword, huh? This sword was the sword that the Pyro Traveler was using when fighting alongside Mahuika in the Archon quest, by the way. The Traveler has been upgrading their sword in the lore segment of the story. They have been using Door Blade for the longest time. Now it has been updated. And if I think it is correctly, this is a in-game Traveler, not my Traveler, right? Yeah, this is the in-game Traveler. Unfortunate. Let me actually do that. We're gonna skip through the cutscene, but I want to increase the game volume for this. Tips for noobs. What's the tip? Normally for a story section, I want to use in-game music. He's probably fine. One more, sure. This music's nice. To a bit more of the song before we head in there. Sounds so peaceful. Guess after the war in Natlan, it's really a calming and beautiful country. Just got Ian-san on 1 4-star payday. Let's go! Alright, well, we have gone over this, so let's skip ahead.
大会が終わるまでケチンボがこのチームなら
Do you did this in English? All of them have been voiced since the Archon quest, but Kinech VA was the only one missing, except Kachina VA. Kachina VA was in the hospital, that's why she was unvoiced in Act 2.
それでも気は抜かない方がいい
I believe Kinech has a new English VA at this point, right? Which has sparked all the controversy recently.
見てあの旗水路でさっと近づいて一気に拠点を占領してから
ああ賛成だ
Should I use the English voice?
ちゃんの判断を信じるよよっしゃー私が先陣を切るから
It's fine. We'll enjoy the Japanese voice. Let's go! To victory!
やっぱり水路で来たな流線の衆らしいぜ
You like Jacob? This quest, all of them are voiced now.
パターン読まれちゃった
仕方ない正面から突破しよう
準備 OK だよ
You know what? Actually.
思う存分戦おう
You know what? Actually. You know what? Sorry to do this one more time. I think it's valid to I want to try the English voice actually. Sorry. But I do really want to try the English voice. Just to see how the new VA is doing. Like we've heard all the dramas at this point, but I want to hear in-game stuff. I just judge from a purely gaming perspective with no other outside perspective. Like, is the game good now?
According to the rules, all we have to do is capture 3 of their bases in a row, and we win! The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, needs only lift to claw, eh?
Mess up our match, and I'll lock you up till it's all over.
It's a little weird, but I can see that. I can see Kinech having this voice. That's fine.
Killjoy! We're a real dream team! Let's just charge right in!
It's been a while since I hear Molly's voice too. Not because she was unvoiced. Just have been a while since I hear her voice, that's all. Not really quest related stuff lately.
In that case, let's follow the water instead. See that flag over there? That's the Collective of Plenty's base, right? We'll approach swiftly on the water, sweep in and capture the base, then move up to the high ground.
Swiftly we go.
I trust your judgment too, Lualani. All right then. I'll take point.
So canonically, Molani is giving us all surfboard right now, right? Right? I do.
Here by the water route, just as expected. Classic people of the Springs thinking. Huh? They saw through our plan?
We saw.
Face them head on now.
I'm ready! Alright then, time for a real showdown.
Yes, coach. Come on, show me your coach. Okay, hold on. What am I supposed to be doing?
I got him cornered. You're the Lord of the Night.
Finish or field. Let's go. Burn vape mua ra đi.
Amazing! Hey, no flagging! Give this everything you got!
Where are the enemy? Where are the enemies even?
Action at the flame!
Locked up.
Not a bad training session. Let's call it a day. We won! At this rate, we'll be invincible!
Indeed we are.
Source yet. Let's head over to the next spot.
Wait a sec. Don't forget to plant our flag before we leave. This is proof of our victory.
Uh-huh. Alright, Kachina.
See that? Up above the cliffs? That's the Masters of the Night Wind's base.
The nearby mountainsides have all been blocked off by crystal clusters. Looks like they don't want us getting up there so easily. Don't worry.
Nuh-uh. Kachina, dick.
You've got this, Kachina.
Kachina, dick. There she goes, chat. There she goes. Pipe them down.
You're finally here, Gramps. If I'm back home too late, my vegetables will get thirsty.
Don't worry, we'll make this quick for you.
Is it Lily not playing?
Is that all you have?
Oh, there's more. Run.
Chances are looking slim. Perhaps it's time I got going.
Blood changes his mind real quick. That's my girl. That's my dream team.
All right, we've taken the Masters of the Night Wind's base too. Look, up there in the mountain, the flag of the Flower Feather Clan. Wow, looks like they're already on high alert.
Are they?
Yeah. Not only do they have the high ground, but they're highly mobile too. With our current forces, a frontal assault won't be easy.
Looks like I showed up right on cue, huh?
Hello, Silonan. Backup has arrived. You gonna play some DJ song in the background to help us gain our morale? Sure you will.
Let's save the small talk for when the flag's in the bag.
Now that backup's arrived, let's split up into 2 teams.
I'll lead a frontal assault to draw their fire. The rest of you find another route up and strike directly at the heart of their base.
I can taste our victory already.
Indeed, indeed. Finish off your dream team. Oh my god, the music is so good. Alright, let's go. How are we just supposed to be swinging right on over there? Okay.
Okay.
Ease the clap. They want to know what hit them. That's Chaska over there. Wait, what? Hello? Wait, what? That's cheating. Hey. Okay, there we go.
Around here, we can use grappling hooks to climb up to the top.
I think I went the way that we're not supposed to go, chat. I have a... Okay, hold on. My entrance speech. I have arrived. Look up. Oh shit! It's the Avenger! Superhero landing!
Well, would you look at that? You managed to find a gap in our defenses somehow. But this is just the beginning. So stay on your feet. If you can.
We're not gonna lose!
Well said.
No.
Let's do this.
Let's have ourselves some fun!
Watch out!
Lord of the Night.
Let's go. Oh, feel Kinetic Stonk. Hold on, I want to check. Is this a C3 Mualani? This is a C3 Mualani. Holy shit. Okay. This is C3 Traveler. You know what? Sure.
Plenty of bullets left with your names on them.
Let's use the C3 Kinich.
Alright, how about we call it a day?
Just guy giving up that easily. Ain't no way.
Does that mean we've won?
Nah, here's the final boss.
Told you we'd be unstoppable.
Well, that was pretty exhilarating, even as battles go.
Oh, you can say that again. I was still fighting off Cuckoosaur riders halfway up the mountainside when I'd heard you already taken the base. That was well played.
Indeed. All right, real quick, just a comment on purely the sound of Kinich's voice right now. I think his current voice makes him sound a bit calmer and a little bit less intense than the previous one.
Yeah, the going would have been way tougher if we had fought our way up.
I don't hate it.
How about the sacred flame?
It's fine.
Did anyone
I get different envision of the voice.
I found a few shards, but they were only about as big as grain fruit chips. I gave them to
Silali!
the Masters of the Night Wind on our way back.
Yes, and they gave them to me.
Granny Silali! Are you here to take part in the Bloomflower trials too?
Hold on. Sacred Flame Crystal. Okay.
I devised the techniques for the main matches, so of course I would show up. Those marshals handed the sacred flame crystals over as soon as they saw me. I did a quick tally. At this rate, we should have enough by the event's end.
That's awesome!
If still I didn't notice anything strange about Sacred Flame Crystals, am I just overthinking this? Realized Morlani has always been the champion of the tournament of all competitors. Varsa couldn't even enter. She was C3, that's why. What do you mean? Everyone was C3. Katina? C3, a 4-star. In-law beats Morlani C3. A 5-star.
Well, since everything's gone so smoothly, why don't we hit the hot springs tonight?
Hot springs!
Oh, I am all for it. There's nothing like letting our hair down after a hard day's work. Ooh, and good food and drink wouldn't go down badly either.
And we're gonna have a just random picture like a last event. Hot spring.
Oh, sorry, but I need to head back to the workshop to finish up some forging commissions first. Let's meet at the People of the Springs later this evening.
I need to help at the shop anyway, so I'll pick up some snacks there. See you all tonight!
I'm a bit late. If you're all there earlier, feel free to start without me.
Great! Paimon can't wait!
Uh-huh. Sure. In that case, I guess I'll be off too. See you tonight.
Kiddish is more chill sound like it fits because he's more open now with Morlani and Kachina. Yeah, I think it's nice. Oh, the Morlani tribe music.
Hurry up, guys! You're the last ones left! Come on, I'll take you to get changed. You remember where the changing rooms are, right? I'm pretty sure I showed you last time. Time sure flies. Oh, sorry. Let's save the reminiscing for later. Let's go!
I think time flows. Oh my god!
Already started.
Hello? Hello? I was sleeping. A horse is having his own drink, by the way. It's a nice picture. Also, why are these people not changing into swimsuit? What is this? You gotta get into the hot spring, people. Hot spring. We got a bathhouse before. This version, we got the hot spring. Hello.
This is the life. Hear this, hot spring. I hereby bestow upon you the name of the almighty Dragon Lord.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just noticed a horse also having a tower on his head.
All the fatigue just floats away. If only we could do this every day.
Aren't you gonna join us, Shilonen?
I'm not a huge fan of being in the water. This right here is more my kind of spot.
And last but not least, surf, turf, and perch.
What's that supposed to be?
Amazing.
Hello, baby girl.
Time for fun and games, and in that one, there's delicious food already on the table. Oh, wait for Paimon! Take that, Kanich!
Oh!
For my greatness!
Hey, watch
Teenage swimsuit.
splashing water everywhere.
Why is Xylona dead?
Tasty? Traveler, you gotta try it.
Kachina, Tevat to Kachina. I made Sora's crackers. Come have some. Okay. I'll be right there.
Kanich, you surless! Unhand me! Let me go!
Unhand me this moment, you filthy casual.
To help me clean up.
No problem at all. We had a blast.
Parties are always extra lively when you guys are here. It was so much fun. You know, by the way, I couldn't help feeling that there was something on Kachina's mind during dinner.
Oh, this is a new song? She's been off since the exhibition March ended.
Strange. She usually comes to me for advice when something's bothering her. Maybe this something different? Oh, sorry to do this, but could you try asking her?
No, how about you asking her?
Of course. We'll ask the next time we're alone with her. If there was something we could do to help, there's no way we'd stand by.
Oh, thanks. That makes me feel a lot better. Anyway, I'll be heading off now too. Just remember, you'll always be welcome to come hang out with me at the People of the Springs.
But Molani! Why do you think it's best for me to talk with Kachina? What if it's a puberty? What if it is a valid concern? Hey, what if it's puberty? You should talk to her. Why me? Where's Eva again? Actually, Eva is with his vegetable. Also, this is for the winning tribes. Chaska, Eva, and Yensan with Varesa are from the losing tribe. So I think they are not invited to this specifically.
Bye for now. See you soon.
Wait, Eva. Yeah, Eva is from the Chaska tribe, right? Yeah. Okay, nice opening. Sweet opening. Medicine Mornum Guild. Wait 2 days later. Let's do that. Isn't Mulani her elder sister? Like, why we ask Gachida? My point exactly. Come on, Mulani, you can do better. Wait, this guy is working for entire 2 days, by the way. Huh? Chad, you're not seeing this guy just standing here for entire 2 days going by. And he was doing stuff. Alright, let's go. We are heading to the Chernonico. I guess I'm sure Kachina was worried about this little Saurian. What the hell that time skip? What do you mean? That's a function of the game. Do you not know that? Katrina? Yeah.
Oh, hey. I had some time on my hands, so I decided to bring Io over to check on Milray and Nyan.
You know, all things considered, it's nice. All things considered, it's nice to be able to just hear things and understand them rather than having to read the subtitle all the time. I like when the cutscenes are voiced.
Huh? What makes you ask?
Well, you seemed a bit down after the exhibition match.
Just collecting Ian-san Dracula while waiting for the quest.
Thanks, Traveler and Paimon. I'm okay, really. I mean, it's hard to explain. I've just been feeling a bit lost. Despite losing the pilgrimage so many times, what kept me going was the belief that someday I'd win and earn a spot in the Night Warden Wars. So when I finally did, I was over the moon. I mean, things didn't exactly go as planned, and you and the others had to rescue me from the Night Kingdom. Still, I achieved my dream. But after the happiness wore off, I felt hollow. I didn't know what to aim for next, or what I should work toward.
Actually, you know what? This is a nice topic to explore. This is some character development for Kachina. We have been sticking with her from the beginning. And I appreciate that they are exploring this. It's nice. Also, she is a young person and it is understandable to have a goal that big and finally able to achieve it. She would understandably feel hollow until she set herself onto the path onto something else. Hello Susugu Aizen, welcome back to the stream. We're currently doing the event quest right now and enjoying the fact that we can hear things and understand things.
Then the Bloomflower trials came around and I could fight alongside everyone again. But when the exhibition match ended, I suddenly realized that everyone had real-life responsibilities to return to. Everyone, that is, except for me. And that got me thinking, am I the only one who's still like a kid? The only one who's left with so much free time on their hands? Who's never really grown up?
You should really play with the other kids. I mean, Natlan is no longer a nation at war, and kids are no longer have to be forced to grow up fast anymore. Just be a kid. Play.
Huh? You mean everyone feels like this at some point? I thought it was just because I hadn't been working hard enough.
This is an important stage of life too, Kachina. Alright, that's what we said. I didn't read our dialogue. There's no big rush. Take your time searching for what it is you want to do. Seeing Kachina's interaction with Ayo hits different after hearing Kinich line about Kachina? Really? I'm gonna listen to that. Actually, I can do that. Kinich Wiki. I have Kinich, but on my different account, so I cannot listen to it right now.
I saw a job posting about her once. Some lowlifes from her tribe got jealous that she'd received an ancient name, and basically tried to order a hit on her Saurian companion. They paid the price. I made sure of that.
Oh. That's nice. So it means that the hit was not a success, right? Because it was ordered through Kinich, and Kinich teach the other people a lesson instead. Taught the other people a lesson instead. That's cute. That's heartwarming. Kachina was sent in the Night Kingdom. I really hope Molly just didn't let Kachina win in the tournament so she can have a date in the hot spring of the Traveler. That's an interesting way to look at it. No, I don't think Molly would do that.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Traveler.
Huh. If you think about it, this is a good thing. Not knowing what you want means the future's still full of possibilities, right?
For some people,
She can't decide what she wants for dinner. She gets to imagine all kinds of delicious dishes.
that's one way to look at it. I am a person who is often troubled by an uncertain future, and I try to meticulously plan for what's to come, what to do tomorrow, what to do next week, kind of thing. Sometimes it's not even productive to do so. Sometimes it's just to ease my mind. But this is a fresh perspective. I think I could try to look into that perspective more often. Like, it's uncertain. Let's enjoy the possibility, I guess.
But if someone told her, you're eating this tonight, kind of spoils the anticipation.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
I see even you have your moments of wisdom, Paimon. Even you, Traveler, the shade.
Hey, stop underestimating Paimon like that, would ya?
Oh, looks like you guys beat me to it.
Overthinking? Yeah.
Guy feeling any better?
Greetings, Lolly. Hello.
Hello. I didn't have much going on at the moment, so I...
Oh yeah!
...on our patient.
Oh, so there's Sid Lally. Kachina, if you ever have a moment that you feel like you're not doing anything, and you may be beating yourself up internally for not being able to be an adult, a productive member of society, remember the Sid Lally. Who lounge around in her home all day, reading light novels from Yai Miko, from Inazuma, from Miko Publishing House, or whatever that is, Yai Publishing House. Doing jack shit. There we go, Kachina, that's a perspective. Yeah, that's what I would tell Kachina.
Mallory's been in a deep sleep this whole time. It's just as Aoife said.
Go!
To gather all the sacred flame crystals before we can help him.
I imagine you're right.
Casually, I Sid Lally strolling through the street.
By the way, you haven't run into any trouble lately, have you?
Flirting with the Traveler? Me?
When we discussed the sacred flame crystals after the exhibition match ended, everyone else looked happy. But you seem to have something on your mind.
You asked this 2 days later? Why can't you just ask it immediately? I was worried sacred flame crystal might be dangerous. Does she think there was something else? I was worrying about Gina. She was worrying about me. I should just be honest with her about the rumor. Tested out about the rumor. Sacred flame crystal can be guy.
Rumor, but a fearful sounding one all the same.
Geeking in mangas with Granny.
The more cryptic the hearsay, the more panic it spreads.
Wait, are the crystals actually dangerous? Then what about Milray?
Mawika was right. Even if trouble does come our way, she'll handle it. Still, there must be a story behind the Bloomflower trials being stopped. It is said that something happened the last time they were held. Since
you don't know either?
Why don't we look into
Well, I guess.
I'm sure we'll still be able to find scrolls from back then over at the Masters of the Nightwind.
I guess Silali is not 500 years old. And Mahuika mentioned that 500 years ago, it was already stopped for a long time. So I don't think she knows either. Let's look into it.
Can I come along? I'd like to help.
I don't see why not. Come, let's head over to my place. We should leave this little Tapetlosaur to rest.
Medicine born of guilt. Hold on. We double check that the graphics card is doing fine. This should be fine, I think. Yeah, nothing I really want to change. Okay, nice. What? Oh, I have not done this quest. Okay. That was not for the current quest. Are we supposed to be down there? It's not time for you. You see you next time? Okay, Astro. I'll see you next time. Thanks for dropping by. And being nice in the stream. You're a big fan of Silali's VA. I've been waiting for her to have a character in Genshin before. Now she's here. You have a bias. Who is Silali's VA? Has she been working on some different projects?
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Skylar Davenport. King Shakira Recycle. See for me. Shomin Shampoo. Komi can communicate. I see. Who was she in Komi Can Communicate? Na, 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 na.
Looks like I've gone way over budget. No one can have it all. Most of the time, you've got to compromise.
She's been in animes and games. Gotcha. You forgot to cast and call me. Oh, did I just run out of it?
I had someone gather up all the woven scrolls from that era. Maybe we'll find some leads we can follow.
There's that many?
That's not a lot.
This is gonna take forever.
Let's take an afternoon at most. Come on.
More reading. If we split them up, we'll finish in no time.
That is nothing compared to college work. And that's just college. Paimon just looking at the book covers. Oh, she's the icon of Honkai Star Rail March 7. I see. A variety of events are recorded in these scrolls, like moments of frozen history with the power to pull you back into the distant part. Huh. I flipped through several of them, but still nothing about the Bloomflower trials. The stories they contain almost unimaginable. War, peace, alliance, betrayals. It seemed like the Natlan 6 or 7 centuries past, relations between 6 tribes were incredibly complex and constantly shifting.
strange?
Are there still conflicts between the tribes nowadays?
There will always be tensions. But the intensity has changed. Usually the Pyro Archon tries their best to prevent intertribal disputes from escalating. But not every Archon has done that as well as Mawika. Also, given that our Archons live only as long as mortals, the transitional periods can be fraught with challenges.
True. It does not happen with the other Archons.
Far fewer conflicts have ended in bloodshed over the past few centuries. Whenever I read through these scrolls, I too am always struck by the thought of how unimaginable lives would seem to people back then.
Hey, come check this out. This one seems to mention the Bloomflower trials.
Oh? Let me see.
Everyone's just looking at the camera. Imagine getting looked at, chat. We're gonna stay on this screen for however long necessary. How are you feeling, chat? To be looked upon by Katrina, Sedlale, the Traveler, and Paimon, all looking concerned. What have you done? What have you done? Disapproving looks. Curious maybe Sedlale was chosen to be an Archon. She just declined because she's too lazy, theoretically. No, I don't think so. I don't think anyone would appoint her to be an Archon.
It seems like the last Bloomflower trials were also held to save the life of an ailing Saurian.
Huh? Was it the same illness as Milrace?
The scroll doesn't say.
Seems like the last Bloomflower will also help save the life. Okay.
Strange. It's very unusual for such records to be so sparse on details. The scroll only vaguely alludes to two things.
Something is amiss here.
Bloomflower trials were held to save a sick little Saurian. Secondly, that they seem to have failed. And that the chief of the Flower Feather clan had a major falling out with his younger brother. And later on, his brother left the tribe and lived as a recluse. That's all it says.
But that basically tells us nothing! You know, except that the person who weaved this scroll must have been slacking off on the job.
Something happened that was too sensitive to record.
Sacred flame crystals having the power to beguile human hearts. Is this where that's from?
Okay, so something between the siblings of the Flower Feather clan. Which clan was that again? Flower Feather clan. Flower Feather is Bressa clan, right? Or Chaska clan? Chaska. She seems like a very important figure in Natlan.
Looks like we'll have to approach this from another angle.
She is, but I don't see anyone appointing her. They are all afraid of her, but I don't think they would come to her with any requests at all.
I'll go take a look through some even older scrolls. Surely
Jessica, yeah.
were held more than once.
Seeing as that scroll just now mentioned the Flower Feather clan, I think I could go ask Chief Butota.
And what's our next move? Any other leads we can follow?
Kuso Miri mentioned might be able to shed some light. Kukuso is from Flower Feather clan.
A certain Kukasaur? Who told you that? Oh, Aoife's assistant Kakuku must have told you, right? I heard he sometimes translates for the other Saurians.
See you with the credit for now. Yeah.
Alright then. I'll look into those ancient scrolls, Kachina can head over to the Flower Feather clan, and you two can track down that Kukasaur. Let's split up and meet back here later.
Is Traveler still keeping the indwelling Saurian ability a secret? I think that is something that has to do with the world quest, right? Because the baby Saurian that is following us is keep happening, keep popping up in World Quest. It's a nice detail that they put in. They could have just completely glazed over that detail, but since they put it in, it's clearly important that the traveler has the ability and not many other people expect it. Then tell me more about just completely just turn into a saurian. No need for us to do anything. Flower Feather Clan, let's go check it out. Old Line Floaty, that's him. How's my voice acting for the Saurian chat? You thought everyone knows about the indoor power by now. I think I kind of thought so too, but it seems from the last line that Traveler is still keeping it a secret from Sitlali at least. Potentially many others too. Good thing it streams at night when you're free. Alright. Bet. My pleasure. Right down. What's up over here?
Shh. So, everyone got that? They'll never see this coming. We'll catch them totally off guard.
Leave it.
What you plotting, Molani?
Than what we're made of.
Milani, can you...
Are you still on the competition?
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, it's you. You nearly scared the life out of me. Just between us, we're discussing our strategy for the next half of the exhibition match.
Well, next half Traveler is playing for the other side, so you may not want to tell you.
Those will have to stay a secret. After all, we'll be competing against you this time.
What about you guys?
That's a nice shot.
You seem like you're in a hurry. Has something happened?
We're on the trail of an extremely rare and elusive cuckoosaur.
Rare and elusive?
Very floaty.
And
that's what I heard.
We can help with the search. That description of the location's way too vague. The scenery around here is all pretty much the same. Without anyone to help out, it'll take you forever. What does the cuckoosaur look like?
Light and floaty.
Nothing more specific than that?
Apparently, we'll know who is the instant we see him.
Well, in that case, let's split up.
I'll check the higher ground and see if anyone over at the Flower Feather Clan has any ideas.
I'll follow the river then.
Sounds like it's my time to shine. As Kenichi will tell you, I'm
Who
a
are you?
born hunter with the eyes of a hawk.
Okay.
I haven't got anywhere else to be either. I'll take a stroll nearby and see if I can spot anything.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Which one are you gonna whoop our ass next tournament? And no way.
Catch you in a bit.
We have the power of Paimon and plot armor. Are we gonna just immediately indwell stuff now? Just say it. Don't mind me. Who's around here who describes light and floaty? Talking that kid, yeah. Eh? Something shows up here, but he's always sneaking about, trying not to be seen. Hold on, Cliff! He's just laying out, he's lonesome, daydreaming about who knows what. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw him following a human around a couple of days back. Huh? Oh well, that's not something you see every day. He usually wouldn't go anywhere near them. Is there any way to get a hold of him? I'll forget it if I will ya. And that kid comes and goes like a shadow. Join us for some fruit instead. Come, try this one. Sweet as sweet can be. Okay, thanks. It doesn't seem like very fruitful, lad. You guys are better wait to see everyone in Kinesh haven't had anybody luck. Why does Traveler internal voice sounds like a Saurian voice? I don't know, okay? It sounds cool. Got Marissa though. The Hulk. Alright, let's get back up.
Rev the engines.
Anything on your end, Kinich?
They don't have to flex like that.
Me neither. Kukasaurs all look so similar. They all look light and floaty to me. I mean, what could possibly be lighter and floatier than a pair of wings?
I didn't find anything either. How about you guys?
Me neither. Okay. Not gonna even say anything. Okay. Wait, who's that? Is this?
Traveler and Paimon. We couldn't find that Kukasaur you're after.
Hold on. This dude looks like the dude that we saved from... This guy looks like the dude that we saved from the war. The messenger. Is that the same guy? Are they bringing him back?
Are you in a hurry to find him? If you need a hand, I can come back and join the search again tomorrow.
Maybe he's hiding. Yeah.
Okay, well, if you need any help, don't hesitate to reach out. That's what friends are for, after all.
I've told my friends over at the Flower Feather Clan to keep an eye out. If they see anything, they'll let you know.
If Saurian Indo Traveler has a voice line, I would be perfect. Thank you. That means thank you. I told my friends over the Flower Fighter Clan to keep an eye out. If they see anything, let you know. So what's your next move? Like, you know those kind of just dub versus sub memes on animes, some old memes at this point. But for subtitles, when someone is just going all out on screen, like, and the subtitle just say thank you. That's basically it. I think we'll head back to Master of Nightwood.
Alright, I'll update them.
Come to think of it, Auroron could probably rig up a few traps and snag him that way.
It's not like Auroran's traps can catch just anything, you know.
I'm gonna say real quick, I think there is a distinct quality about the way that Kinich's voice is recorded. It seems that he is right next to the mic, like I am right now, instead of having the more airy and spacey quality like Molane. It probably takes a trained ear in listening to recording to notice, but it seems like that way to me. You're like Venti mimicking Helcho language? Of course.
You never know. Might as well ask him if you get the chance. Anyway, we'll be heading back now. Best of luck!
Okay then, see you later! And thanks for your help!
Those awkward walking animation as we say bye to them, it feels a little bit off, but I know that's the Genshin limitation. If only they can add some kind of animation of people walking away but kind of walk sideways or walk backward and still waving to the people saying goodbye to them. That would feel a little bit more natural, but of course it's gonna require some new animation. Genshin have been adding quite a few new animation lately, so I don't think it's beyond them. Silali and Kachina. It's morning already.
Let me.
Kachina, Lolly, what's up?
We haven't managed to find anything. No. Any luck with your mysterious Kukasaur?
No.
In that case, I'd suggest we set this aside for now. It would be great if we could get to the bottom of this, but not every historical mystery can be unraveled. We must also learn to live with the unknown. Just remember, as long as we stick together, no challenge will ever be too great.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Thank you for the confidence, Silali.
Still, after all this investigating, it feels a bit disappointing to come up empty-handed.
Well, we still have some information. Hello, Eva!
Eva? What brings you here?
Kinich mentioned you were on the lookout for a Kukasaur. Just so happens a strange Kukasaur has been following me the past few days.
Huh. Okay.
No clue why, but this dude's been on my tail ever since I got back from the Children of Echoes. Not gonna lie to you, bro, it's kind of freaky. His footsteps are totally silent, and after dark, all you can see is a silhouette. So I didn't even realize he was there until Kakuku suddenly flipped out last night when he went for a drink. His squawking woke me up, and that's when I finally spotted a shadowy shape outside the window.
Oh. Oh. That seems like the soul of a dead saurian.
I could tell it was a little Kukasaur from the shape. After observing him more closely, I figured out that he'd been following me the whole time, but that he'd just been too quiet to notice. Not sure if that's the dude you're looking for, but if so, you're more than welcome to get him off my back. The sooner the better.
Wait a second. Does that mean...
You are being haunted.
Dude's probably hiding right behind that tree.
Do you think we should send someone over to take a look?
I said you, Paimon! I choose you!
Okay, I've got this.
Paimon, I choose you! Pikachu! Go! Eva got that Gen Z. I mean, Kidech also got that Gen Z. Riz.
How is that even? Guys, get over here, quick! There's nothing scary about this. It's just,
It's dead. It's a soul. Hello!
Surely that's not...
A saurian ghost! Look how cool! Light and floaty. Instantly recognizable. Rumors about Sacred Flame Crystal being beguiling human hearts.
Shouldn't he have returned to the ley lines? Haven't they been fixed?
This... I bet this is the saurian that the people hosting tournament around how many years ago trying to save. I think that's the saurian, right?
there are many possible reasons, but right now it seems that our priority is...
So why have you been tailing me, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Treatment you want?
It's not very kind, bro.
Too much for you, man. Sorry.
That's a little bit blunt, don't you think? Yeah, I can't treat you, bro.
Do you think he wants us to follow him? Oh, if only we had a Kukathosaurus on hand.
Hey, that's a good point. Where is Kakuku today?
He was so spooked last night that he rattled through every single word he's ever learned and then fainted. He was still out cold when I left.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's just follow him. It looks like he wants to take us somewhere.
All right, let's go. Smart guy, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Hello, how are you doing? Oh, I love this. I love that they do not make us walk and immediately teleport us next to the location. It makes sense that when the characters in the cutscene says, hey, let's walk over there, and then we're over there. Unless the walking has any significance, of course. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. These two Saurian being next to each other. Just watching football, yelling words. Joseph Joestar. Indeed. Hey. Oh my god, holy shit, oh my bro, what the feminine?
Why have you brought us here?
Bro can't fly.
So, is there something buried here, or what? You want us to dig it up?
I guess he just understands, huh? Sure, sure. Why not?
These are
a shrine.
woven scrolls, yes.
Wait, what?
Very crudely made and heavily time-worn as a result.
Wait, what? Is this Aoife?
Still, they're just about legible. They seem to document the very last Bloomflower trials that took place centuries ago. But why would these be here? Come.
The law of this Saurian I wasn't expecting.
These might just contain the answers we've been
nice.
for this whole time.
There has been a few scenes of like everyone just looking at the camera. This is nice.
So, have you figured out a way to save him?
Oh, that's not Aoife.
Indeed, I have. As far as I can tell, we need ocean zephyrs and sacred flame crystals. That's about it.
That's great news. Don't worry, little guy. You'll be better in no time.
Sacred flame crystal.
Well, it's not every day that the chief himself drops by to check in on your Saurian buddy. Not so busy these days, huh?
Oh, that's the brother.
If I was. You're my brother, man.
Yeah.
I heard you've been beside yourself since Antu fell ill, so I was worried about you.
So there's a fall apart between these two.
I promise to stay by his side until the day he's fully grown, ready to spread his wings and soar freely through the skies. I mean, with him around, I've never felt lonely traveling through Natlan. Sometimes he's happy, and other times he's sad. Sometimes he has tantrums, but then he'll curl up beside me when I'm down.
He understands because people from Flower can kind of like parkour, so.
I'll draw upon everything I've ever learned to help him get through this.
That's iffy. Just Jaska is part Kukuso. I think they are generally communicating with Kukuso more to understand more of the body language of them.
I salute your courage and wisdom, brother.
Brother.
But these sacred flame crystals you mentioned, are you sure they'll do the job?
Well, I've studied the essence of the sacred flame and read various related scrolls.
Jaska is the only flower feather character.
Sacred flame crystals are born from intertribal conflict.
Aoife is a flower feather character.
They would occasionally hold bloomflower trials in order to obtain them.
Seems like I've still got lots to learn, despite being chief. So, how can we use them? Is it really worth holding a whole competition just to get our hands on some?
Research on sacred flame crystals has been...
Even if it doesn't really exist yet, he's right in the cutscene. But he'll probably steal your wallet, and when he does exist, he does exist. Just not as playable, yeah.
Others also say that they can be used to enhance a warrior's strength. There's something...
Hold on. Still have to learn, research and crystal patchy to say. Definitive conclusion, what we know sure can be used to treat certain chronic conditions and related illness. And they can also say they can use to enhance a warrior's strength or something. Oh no!
Enhance a warrior's strength.
Oh no, he's cooking something and I don't like the smell of it. You hate 5 stars character, you like 4 star, alright? You don't like Aoife VA and Aoife himself, alright? Molania is the only people of the spring. She is indeed. So far.
It's speculative at best. We need to analyze an actual specimen to know for sure. As far as I'm concerned, as long
So that's the reason they are fighting each other over it.
nothing else matters.
So you asked the chiefs of all the tribes to send people to take part in a scaled-down version of the Bloomflower trials? Remarkable that they agreed, given it wasn't so long ago that we were at each other's throats. Tensions are running high right now. If I were you, I wouldn't have had the courage to even ask.
I know, but I had no other choice. Fortunately, I've treated patients from every tribe, so the chiefs agreed as a way of returning the favor. With all this ongoing strife, it's been a long time since we've worked together on anything. This might be a good chance for reconciliation.
Well, you didn't do the story yet. No free run. I did all the mini games and I have the free run. Yeah, we're just doing the story afterward.
By the way, what's with all this baggage? Heading out on a long journey or something?
I'm heading out to search for ocean zephyrs. In the meantime, I'll leave the trials in your capable hands. Just please make sure it all goes smoothly.
Come on, that goes without saying.
Free moves and story in it, indeed.
After all.
Thank you.
I love story when it's good.
Gone, okay? Once I return with the ingredients, you'll be back on your feet and running around in no time.
And the story, at least right now, it has some intrigue and mystery in it.
Why would you stoop so low, ambushing us on the field like that?
Ambushing? You've no one but yourself to blame for underestimating us. So what's all this fuss about?
Even if that was remotely true, your guys went way over the line. 7 of our warriors were so badly injured that they're still out cold as we speak. The Flower Feather clan must compensate us for our losses. Hand over the sacred flame crystals.
And what, we'll hand him over after all that? Just because you waggled some fingers and said some angry words?
Didn't you claim that we're holding these trials to save a sick Saurian? Take what's necessary for the treatment, then return us the rest.
Say something, Amara. We're not leaving until you give us some answers.
If the other elders were here, they wouldn't waste their time on such puerile questions. If anything, I just wish we'd managed to collect more crystals. There are always people who think they're so clever. So many contestants were just pocketing the ones they got in the trials. I'll bet your chiefs all have sweet little personal stashes too, huh? Everyone was
They were really at each other's throat in the past, huh?
We're hardly the only winners. I wouldn't even call us the biggest ones.
You what?
I get it now. Snatching the spoils while using the Bloomflower trials to weaken the other tribes. You planned this all along. Ugh, that Nampole. Can't believe I trusted him.
The children of Echoes will not forget this. Let's go.
Just gone?
Brother, where's Antu?
Oh, you're back. Come, sit down. I'll explain everything.
I'm surprised none of the guys are better at mediation. Just use the old reliable, it's not mine, ask and point the finger randomly. I mean, I'm sure it's a lot more complicated. The situation between the tribes was stated to be troublesome, to say the least. I'm glad that is not a thing in Natlan nowadays. It would be extremely complicated, but it could also make for good story, I guess. A different kind of story. At the present time, they were more uniting to fight against the Abyss. Since Kinich and Mahuika was from the same tribe, Mahuika pixel Game Boy effects would have been cool. They could have done that. Mahuika does not even have the grappling thing. Mahuika can climb walls. She can go fast on the ground. She can go on the water, but she cannot grapple, which is what her tribe's supposed to do best. They have beef, but I mean, in the story, he kind of just saw the beef and said, add some more beef. It's Funky Law, you want to see how about they fought consistently, about how they fought constantly. You are saying that, hey, they should be better. Of course they should, but it's not something we can always expect. And also it happened.
Look, no need for that. I only came back to ask. Are the rumors true?
Rumors? What rumors?
That the Bloomflower trials spiraled into an all-out bloodbath, sparking a heated dispute among the chiefs, and that no one was bothered in the slightest about Antu. By the time anyone noticed, he was already gone. How could you lie to me, Amara? You promised you'd make sure the Bloomflower trials went smoothly. Why would you resort to such underhanded tactics?
You think I had a choice? As soon as one person broke the rules, the whole thing became a free-for-all. Playing by the rules gets you nowhere in this world. If I hadn't taken things into my own hands, another tribe would have just swooped in and seized the winnings for themselves. These sacred flames...
That's his reasoning.
They have limitless potential. I, for one, wouldn't miss a chance to strengthen our tribe.
I won't debate
you back that
with you. Where are the sacred flame crystals? Give me some. I'm going to search for Antu.
I've put them all into our research.
You did what?
I did set some aside for Antu in the beginning, but he ran off, didn't he? So there was no longer any need. He's your companion, yes, but the life of a single Saurian is nothing compared to the future of our tribe.
Damn.
You
Damn.
proven yourself a worthy chief, Imara. Your name will no doubt be etched into the hearts of the Flower Feather clan for generations to come.
Damn, brother. Damn.
Just remember this. No excuses can hide the harm your greed has inflicted. All the hope and trust that little guy placed in you, placed in me, you'll never know what that feels like.
Wait, Nampal! Where are you going?
Antu!
Bruh, he expected the doctor guy or his brother even his brother to just stay around and understand. Bruh, nah Napo. Think who you saving the bloody war arc or not, grind? That's why they rewrite Natlan from 4 years ago. It is what it is. It was a war arc. It's just... It was kind of bloody in Act 4. It was just kind of goofy in Act 5.
Antu!
Bro just kind of killed Antu and started the war. Yeah, just kind of. He's dead, right? Oh, not dead.
Antu, are you okay? Oh, look at you out here all on your own.
Why is he kind of big? I thought he's a little bit smaller.
So sorry, Antu. This is all my fault. I'll think of another way.
Funky how he's surprised.
After that, I left the Flower Feather clan and lived here on this hill with Antu.
I am surprised that this guy and the chief, which are brother to each other, don't have more quarrels more often. And they are awfully calm with each other from the beginning. It seems like they would have disagreement more often, seeing how different, widely different their worldviews are.
He was running out of time. I took him from tribe to tribe, begging them to spare some sacred flame crystals, our last hope. But no one believed me anymore. I begged them again and again, enduring sneers, insults, even beatings. Until finally, Antu's time came. In those last few days, he seemed consumed by an overwhelming sorrow. And I realized it wasn't just the sickness weighing him down, no. Remorse filled his gaze.
I love this shot, by the way. Everything seems so distant now. Also, where's the Pyro Archon during all of this? Like, no one's trying to resolve the situation at all? Act 4 could have been so perfect if it wasn't for Air Balloon Ride taking so long. Yeah, that can be improved. That's a goated shot, yeah. Don't know what you're trying to imply, you wait for the end, okay.
Echoes. Someone approached us with a sacred flame crystal, flaunting it before quickly putting it away.
Ah, this is what you're after, is it? Dream on. Go beg your brother for some. How many did he snatch up for himself? He's the one who put you up to this whole I'm a victim charade, wasn't he? I don't buy it. What are you? You little vulture!
For some reason, Antu harbored a deep and intense hatred for the sacred flame crystals. Whenever he saw one, he would muster up every last ounce of his dwindling strength in trying to destroy it. It wasn't until years after Antu's death that I finally guessed at the truth. He must have witnessed people fighting over the crystals without comprehending why. Unable to fathom how those once cheerful humans had turned from best of friends to worst of enemies, he concluded that they must have been corrupted by the sacred flame crystals themselves. In Antu's eyes, the only reason they'd started collecting sacred flame crystals in the first place had been to save his life. If I hadn't been there, none of this would have ever happened. He carried this guilt with him until the very end. I too shall be bound by guilt for the rest of my days. If only I had taken part in the trials myself. If only I'd seen the greed in Amara's eyes, or even came back just a little bit sooner. But the past cannot be undone. I have immersed myself in the study of medicine and spent my life healing all kinds of Saurians. I buried Antu
It's a heavy story, yeah.
where I too one day shall rest. Before my own time comes, I have recorded all of this on these crudely woven scrolls in the belief that the truth should not lie buried. May those who come long after us learn from our errors, lest they repeat them.
I see. So the reason that the scroll that Silali and the Traveler and Kachina found before were not recording a lot, it's probably because the people of the Nightwind tribe was also having beef with everyone back then, so they did not bother writing everything. The Pyro Archon is mortal, so they change often. Doesn't change the fact that there should be a Pyro Archon at this time in resolving stuff. It's hinted that the Pyro Archon just didn't give a shit about the Civil War. Really. Now that you think about it, Natlan Act 1 to 4 was actually good for me. I guess it's really true. The bad ending can ruin the whole story. Good. Have you been here for some of my more involved stream on trying to rewrite Act 5? I tried to rewrite Act 5 to make it flows better and to make Capitano's departure feeling more ceremonious. For me, all time I've recorded all of this. Yeah. You have another thing to ask. Ever since Fontaine, why did Hoyo make it their mission to make me cry in every significant story quest? There has been some good stories. Yeah. There's been some nice story. Notable ones I would say are Silali's quest, the Lantern Ride event, the bathhouse event, even though there's meme in it, there's fan service in it, the quest is really good too. I think this quest is shaping up to be quite nice. You were here when I was fixing Natlan? Yeah.
May the natlan of their day be united as one, free once and for all from bloodshed and strife.
Yeah, I don't think they have handled Capitano's departure well. It could be done better. At least play the cutscene that they put online in the game when it happens.
So the non-pole from the scrolls was Aoife's ancestor? And that little Kukusaur spirit was once his Saurian companion?
Seems so. That's why.
Paimon, you don't have to explain that again.
Even though he doesn't like appearing in front of anyone else, he senses something familiar in you. No wonder there weren't any records of the last Bloomflower trials. If anything corrupts the human heart, it's greed. And who'd want to immortalize the memory of a scandal by which all 6 tribes were tainted? The bitter irony is that the sacred flame crystals turned out to be nowhere near as miraculous as they believed. All that scheming, after what proved to be nothing more than a hollow
Real quick, that painting was what we thought Aoife was gonna look like. But that's not Aoife, that's someone from the past.
Hey, where's that little Kukusaur going? Look, over there!
Where?
I think he's sad? Or maybe he's lost in his memories.
Yeah, let's go hang out with him.
I might need a breather over here. Regret lingering for centuries, unfolding like this before my eyes. Can't believe I'm just now hearing my ancestor's story. Now I know why we became vets too. I gotta think this through. What should I do? What can I even do?
Is that his ancestor, like his direct grandpa, great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa or something? Little Saurian, hello, how you doing? Little baby ghost Saurian. Hold on, we are in a Kukusaur now. What's a Kukusaur voice? It looks posh, maybe it has a British accent. Oh, you're, huh? Aren't you the blonde guy from just now? Wait, is this your real form? Can you turn yourself into human? That's amazing! Can you teach me how to do it? I want to talk to humans, but they don't like me. Do you still remember what happens back then? Only bits and pieces. I remember being a lot in pain. I remember how worried my good friend Nampo was. Afterwards, the pain stopped and my body felt so light, but I couldn't find him anymore. I hid and searched. I searched without end. My body kept getting colder and colder, like I was freezing to death. Luckily, I found a nice and cozy cave where I huddled up and slept for ages. When I woke back up again, the world seemed completely different. A cave? Yeah, and there were all these strange patterns on the walls. Some of them even looked a bit like me. Could he mean the remnants of the secret source? What's the closest place to the Night Kingdom? Maybe his soul hasn't faded away yet because he's hibernating there. When I came out of the cave, I saw that those evil monsters had returned, so I went to help. That's how I met Mirai and Nyan. Nampo is related to Eva in some way. Yeah, I think so. Eva even inherited Nampo's trait. He works as vet. It's just so cute, the Saurian talking. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. The three of us had them running in circles. Once I showed my friends the way, those monsters didn't stand a chance of catching them. Eventually, those monsters all disappeared, and I finally heard the sound of Nampo's voice calling out to me to come to him. The monster disappeared, but how? This must have been after the final battle against the Abyss. The ley lines have been restored, so at that point, he could have returned to the Night Kingdom. But you didn't go to him? I wanted to, but the mirror came down with the illness I had, and I was so worried for him. Nampo said that sacred flame crystals were required for the cure. But those crystals are evil. As soon as they got their hands on them, even the closest of friends would get into the most vicious arguments. Everyone started acting so strangely, and they all be bewitched. So, you think it all caused by the sacred flame crystals? What else could have been? They were such good friends before, and they used to care about me too. So, because of the evil crystals, I wish I could cast every last one of them into a volcano. We need to cure Mirai. What should we do? Just as Nampo concluded on his scroll, Antu misunderstood the real cause of the strife. It wasn't the power of the sacred flame crystals to bewitch human hearts, but rather the human greed and screaming. But what can we do for now with this poor little creature? Should I tell him the truth? Knowing the truth may make any difference. Could it? What's wrong, big bro? You seem a bit down. Okay. Let's head back to where the others are. Antu's eyes are full of such hurtful concern. I don't know what to tell him. The times have changed, and so have the people. He's the only one still trapped in the past. New mail! Oh. That's unrelated. Charlotte! Hello, Charlotte. The big scoop. Alright. Thank you, Charlotte. So remember something, Jessica knows about the indwell power, does she? I don't think she does. Does she? Not sure. My memory of the tribal quest for Cheska is a little bit hazy. We talked to Cheska's mom and sister.
Saurian companion. It's a pretty cool feeling. Wouldn't you say so, bro?
Can he understand what you're...
Kinda. I can pick up on Antu's vibes, just like he catches ours, but that's just how it is with Saurian companions. You have to spend a lot of time together to develop an intuitive bond. If my ancestor were here, I'm sure they'd vibe way easier.
Yeah, I like your vibe, bro.
In other words, he wouldn't understand even if we discussed everything that went on back then in front of him, right? I'm not even sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
In Cheska's story quest, you indwell a bird, but you don't think Cheska knew. I think she noticed something is off. I think I remember that. I don't know if we really tell her or not. Or she just thinks that's some out trick or something like that.
I think it's probably better if he doesn't understand. I know that running from your problems isn't the way to solve them, and that we should face up to the challenges in our lives. But even if we told him the truth, wouldn't it only distress him more than he already is?
That's right. The people responsible, the ones who should have apologized to him, are no longer around. All the truth would do is tear open old wounds and sadden him all over again.
Isn't there anything we could do to help him forget his sorrow and find hope once more?
Just look at the tribes now. People working with each other.
Just like Nampol, I've spent a lot of time studying Saurian psychology. They can be a bit slow sometimes, but they're razor sharp at others. They don't get complex human language, but they get a lot just from reading our eyes. In short, young Saurians are just like children. On one hand, they rely on their human companions. On the other, They really want to prove their worth. Helping people makes them happy, and feeling like a burden makes them sad. So, the best move isn't...
I thought she said it was you, wasn't it?
But to help make his current wishes come true.
I think it's probably something along the line. She definitely knows that there's something off with the Saurian, and she knows it was our doing or the Traveler's doing. But I don't know if the Traveler really explained the ability to her or not. Or maybe something like they brush off and Cheska just says, alright, keep your secret or something like that.
His wish.
For example, Antu, you decided to stay here because of Milray and Nyan, right? You're a smart kid. Sacred flame crystals are bad, bad things that cause... But now, after hundreds of years, will you join forces with us to cleanse the evil inside them so we can save your buddy together?
That's a nice way.
Interesting approach. You want to turn a lie into the truth, huh?
I didn't really understand either. Is there really
Katrina.
power inside the sacred flame crystals?
Oh, dear let Granny explain it to you.
Oh, I get it now.
Not so fast. Hate to break it to you, but let's meet up at the stadium in 2 days. We'll spread the word and see who... As for making Antu understand, Kakuku can help out. They'll have an easier time communicating.
Sounds good. Yeah, my memory is not perfect either. Maybe we did, maybe we did not. I'll have to check again to be sure. Whether Cheska knows. Forget Cheska is the only one who knows. Cheska, your best character. Cool. Alright, let's watch this camp for 2 days. How about that? Yeah. Look at the natural habitat of people in this camp. They're doing nothing. Everyone is really frozen in time. Okay, so I think I can kind of see the direction for this quest. This will mainly be likely people demonstrating the power of friendship, literally, to the baby Saurian. Makes him feel better, and then his soul can come to a rest in the Night Soul Kingdom. Let's see how they execute it.
So sleepy.
Walney, what's wrong?
Yeah, I blame Kachina. Being all mysterious about some gathering to discuss something important. I was so curious I couldn't stop tossing and turning the whole night.
It's kind of funny.
How come it's so quiet?
What's funny? The Kachina not understanding situation?
Did you?
When I tried to wake him up this morning, his response was, "Leave me be, minion. Darest thou
Dust.
disturb the almighty dragon lord in our slumber?" I figured it'd be for the best that he's not here anyway, so I didn't bother calling him again.
Good thing you didn't tell him about our gathering. We could do without his gate crashing for sure.
Not late, am I? Nope, you're right on time. So, Aoife, now that everyone's here, shall we begin?
I love this music in the chamber.
Today, we have a big favor we'd like to ask of all of you.
What's up? Why are you so serious all of a sudden?
It's a long story.
My ancestor.
It begins with a mysterious friend of Milray's.
Letter is funny. Okay. Tragic tale. Everyone seems a bit gloomy.
Bloodshed between the tribes. That seems almost unthinkable today, but it was an everyday occurrence in that era. Even working together,
Varsa?
It's impossible. That's just too awful.
I have not done the quest yet. Warrior from Token. Varsa runs an orchard and lives an idyllic, simple life. While normally gentle and easygoing, she dons a mask in battle that ignites her fighting spirit to drive away villains and monsters alike. However, her strength comes at a price, a bottomless appetite that renders her equally ferocious when faced with foes of food. She's a regular contestant in the epic feast showdown. A wide Varsa appears.
There have always been disputes, but once they escalated into fully fledged clashes between tribes, even a peacemaker would have been powerless to mediate.
And that little Kukusaur Antu believed that the sacred flame crystals harbored some kind of evil power that lay at the root of these intertribal conflicts.
Varsa spoiling herself.
That led to all the later misunderstandings. At this point, it would be
okay. Oron, you don't have to play the role of Paimon.
Only make him suffer all over.
That said, Antu will naturally sense that something's off once you've collected enough sacred flame crystals and cure Milray, won't he? He'll see that no one has been corrupted and that all is as it should be. At that point, he would realize the truth of what happened in the past, even as young as he is.
Exactly. That's why we came up with a plan. When the second half of the tournament wraps up.
Oh my god.
That's what I want.
Oh my god, I can see this coming. Oh.
Acting! That sounds fun!
That sounds so extra.
Then, we'll bring Antu over and cast a spell of unity to cleanse all the bad vibes within the sacred flame crystals and bring everyone back to their senses.
They don't have to do this, okay, sure.
But we've got to make the little dude think he's done something awesome.
Uh-huh, yeah, I get where you're going with this.
The best way to make up for regrets is to do what you failed to do before. We'll recreate that scene from his past, only this time, he'll get the chance.
It's a little bit out there. It's slightly unrealistic, but hey, it's awesome that they all agree to do something, right? For the little dead ghost Saurian. It's nice. It's a little bit fantasy-like, but it's the kind of story I can enjoy. Also, they are standing in a perfect oval, by the way, probably a perfect circle if we look from top down. Nice.
So, how exactly are we going to do this? Is there anything we can look to?
Once, when I was reading a foreign book, I came across something called an interactive play designed specifically for kids. The story usually features a showdown between a hero and a villain, with twists and turns throughout. Just as things reach a climax, the hero will pretend to be losing and ask for the children's help. Then the children all raise their hands, lending their power to the hero and helping them defeat the villain. For the adults watching, it's just a performance. But the at that age, happiness doesn't come from material rewards, but from a heart that believes.
Oh, true.
Like Santa.
I can totally relate.
Santa's real.
When I helped out at my parents' shop as a kid, they would always intentionally leave me some simple tasks, like dusting down the shelves, or then they'd shower me with praise when I was finished, saying stuff like, "Good job, Mualani, you're a genius." And the funny thing is, it always made me super happy.
Spot on. That's exactly it. We want to make Antu feel the same way a kid... Besides, Milray already heard the rumors about the sacred flame crystals from him. If we don't dispel the curse right in front of him, he might refuse to take the medicine. We can't pull off a show like that with just us. That's why I'm asking.
We'll probably need about 5 more people. I mean, there are 5 more spots up for grabs. First come, first served.
You have my board. I'm probably the best at arguing here, don't you think?
Sure.
Pretty rude customers in our shop, and I've had to develop quite a few communication skills to deal with.
You have my...
Cabbage?
Cabbages? I can help prepare some props.
Jessica, you have my gun. You have my skate.
And bright lights for the spell of unity.
And you have my hall. With your flame strider, yes, that too.
It really resonated with me when Lali mentioned a clash between heroes and villains. And unlike the heroes in those plays, I've borrowed strength from all of you in the real world. And we've overcome powerful foes together as a result. I think I'll do justice to the role.
Well, if Mika's on board, then you have my hammer.
Oh, hammer, not your skate? Alright.
Where we pretend to argue.
Let's see. We've got our actors, and the stage is set. Now we need a director.
A director? Ah, yes, Traveler.
Why are you all looking at me?
Wait, not Traveler for once? Not Traveler for once?
Fine. Then you have my grappling hook. I happen to have some time.
The whole cast of natlan for one.
In that case, Varessa and I will take
One ghost Saurian that was not even on the best war. He was in the best war.
To sign up, but
You have my big brown pipe!
transport the wounded.
As for me, if I see you all arguing, I wouldn't be able to resist stepping in.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just really bad at acting. I'd be so stiff, the game would be up before we even got started.
Okay, sounds good,
I'll stay and help the Saurians search for Ocean Zephyrs. Once they've brought enough back, I'll join you as soon as I can. As our Archon herself often says, we all have our own part to play, right?
That's right. All right. Once the second half of the exhibition match is over, we'll split into 2 teams and play our respective parts.
Great! Let's make the second half an even more exciting fight. That way, we'll be able to collect more sacred flame crystals to help cure Milray. I've even come up with a secret strategy that's sure to catch you all off guard.
After centuries, we're holding the Bloomflower trials once more. I hope that this time we can bring them to a close free from regret. Are you all confident that we can do this?
Yeah!
Then let's get this show on the road.
The whole cast was not even on the wall. Varessa too, I guess. Yes. Yensan pulling up!
Looks like everyone's here. Time for a
That's kind of spoiling now.
Why do they keep picking battlefields covered in mountains that need climbing?
But you can fly!
If you're worried about getting tired, I can just fly you straight to the top. Launching a surprise attack on their base would also be a good tactic.
I'll use smoke to sow confusion amongst their ranks. Then you guys can just charge
Overrun, go!
beat the living daylights out of them.
It'll be over as soon as it began.
These two are in even more of a rush than Paimon is.
Let's all just calm down for a moment. We don't even know what their formation will be like. Besides, if we don't deal with nearby opponents first...
Alright, sure, I'll listen to you, coach. Yes, coach.
But the area nearby is full of rocks. Looks like they're trying to block our path.
That's nothing. Let's just charge straight through. Come on, time for a warm-up. Coach will take it from here.
Whoa, you actually managed to smash all the rocks!
Woo! That loosened me up.
Let's go! Yes, coach! I'll follow your lead.
Let's burn this breeze.
I'll stop you in your tracks.
You should sound more confident than that. Hold on. What is the play here? What is the play? Hold on. Let me think. This, and fly up. Hold on. I want to check the constellations. C3, C3, C3. Nice. So I don't have to do the charge attack on Yensan either.
Forget it.
Oh, but don't worry, everyone. We can do it. We've got to fall back for now.
And done.
Excellent. We've secured.
Still remember when the one chapter's video came out, everyone thought Yensan would be Pyro.
All tuckered out. Let me give you a hand.
Ready to the rescue! Now that's what Paimon calls some serious backup.
A lot of people think that because she has literally has firepower in there.
Is she?
Sid Lally in the team too. What is this? Premium team with Chaska. All right. I wonder what kind of bullet Chaska would be shooting if there are a lot of people in the team like this.
Not too far now.
Okay, wrong character. Very cool. Siloran who?
Coach will take it from here.
Find a way to hold them off with your moves.
I forgot to use it Lally because the fifth button is not a button I use very often. Where is it? Is that everything? That's it? Is the team too strong? Chaska sucks in AoE, not C3, Chaska!
Something's wrong. There are far fewer people in their base than expected.
And Mualani has...
Yeah, they did give us C3, yes.
People of the Springs took back the base we just captured. And even worse, they're sending troops to attack our main base.
Huh. That girl has some moves. I'll give her that.
Sneaky.
Our forces to hold off their counterattack. Don't worry. I'll handle Mualani. She still owes me for wrecking my front door. You just focus on moving forward.
You're a lifesaver, Granny Seat Lolly. We can rest easy knowing you're...
Thanks, Granny. We've got this.
Your Chaska still out DPS? Nice. She just casually floating away. So lore-wise, the characters are strong as C3. I mean, I think lore... I don't even know what lore-wise it's supposed to be
We'll take it from here.
for them. Oh, okay, we cannot teleport. Okay, fair.
Control breathing.
But all the characters that appear in story quests and cutscene are at C3.
How is this not over yet? How many people do they have in reserve?
Splitting their forces into smaller squads to slow our advance and undermine our morale. Very clever.
I mean, we could just skip over them, right? I'm fighting for the thrill of it.
Time to go.
Okay, where are we supposed to be at?
Scions of the canopy space is on the other side of that cliff.
Ooh, does that mean it's finally time for the big showdown?
That cliff top's very high up. Whatever you do while you're flying over, don't look down.
It's fine. We have a lot of floaty people over here. Kinurge is here waiting for us.
I knew that wouldn't stop you. Let's have our weapons do the talk.
You sure you're ready with this? Where's Kinurge? That's just his tribe people.
This isn't over yet.
Fire in the hole.
The fight is done. Sound the retreat.
One more flank that to take care
The
of.
fruits of victory taste almost as sweet as ones of...
More than you gonna get a granny whooping.
That explains why you were so fired up today.
Wait, hold on. There's a victory.
Auroron! Since when has your granny ever gone around scolding people like some sort of scary monster?
When have I ever been scolding you? Huh?
Auroron!
Hold on.
Auroron! Auroron! Since when has your granny ever gone around scolding people like some sort of scary monster, huh? Huh?
You can say that again. It's not every day you get to enjoy the thrill of—
You youngsters, sure. Once this is all over, I think I'll need a few days at home to lie down and recover.
Thanks, Granny. Without your support, who knows what might have happened.
I'll have you know that Mualani didn't pull any punches during our little skirmish just now. Next
And she came out on top.
my place asking for a favor. I'm giving her a proper talking to.
Shows that everyone really was giving it their all. Anyway, after all that, surely we've collected enough sacred flame crystals now.
We have indeed. Let's gather them up and head back. Next up, time for our little play. Aoife, this should be enough, right?
Yeah, plenty. Maybe more than we can even use.
Oh, that's great news. Just goes to show how fired up everyone was. Let's set the remainder aside in case of emergency. Next up, the main event. When do we start?
Main event.
Just a sec. Before we roll the cameras, let's break it all down one more time. Shortly, you'll all take the sacred flame crystals and place them in front of Milray and Nyan. Then, once Kanich gives the signal, Auroron will do his thing, and the crystals
His
will
thing?
be given off a black mist. That'll be the cue to start fighting. Once things get real heated, we'll bring Antu in and have him cast the Spell of Unity. Afterwards, Auroron will clear his black mist, and then we all go back to chilling with each other. Any questions?
Relax. I've played it all through in my head many times now.
Great, then let's do this.
Okay, here's the stage. The world's the stage, and wait, what? What's the saying? Something about big play.
All the sacred flame crystals we need.
All the world's the stage. There we go.
Don't worry, little guy. You'll be better in no time.
It's just like Aoife said. He looks very reluctant to go through with this.
As long as he sees us dispel the curse with his own eyes, we'll be all right. Let's proceed.
Hey, Mualani. That's weird. I feel a bit dizzy.
Special effects team, get in position.
Special effects team.
Now, time to get squabbling. As agreed, we'll start with Mualani.
You're speaking a little bit too loud.
Leave it to me. Now, listen up, Kachina. I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind. You hear me?
What is this? Terrible acting.
So terrible, Kachina. Why, I'm positively furious. What did I do again? That is a good question. Let me think about that.
I thought you said you were a natural at this.
I am, but I'm struggling to come up with a reason to argue. How am I supposed to tap into old talents when I'm drawing blanks here?
First time seeing Mualani shy? Raw?
If this goes on much longer, even the little Saurians will realize something's off. Don't get caught up for an argument. Just start by setting the atmosphere for one.
Don't panic. I'm thinking. Oh, I know. How about this? Kachina! You stand accused of the heinous crime of eating my very last Saurus cracker! Huh? We went out for a picnic last night. You ate the last Saurus cracker. How could you have done such an abominable
Iris stretching.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, so? You ate way more than I did.
No. You just don't get it. The ones we ate in the middle don't matter. The last one's always the tastiest.
Good. He's starting to buy it. Time to turn up the heat.
Mualani, isn't it about time you paid up for wrecking my tour?
What is this?
Oh, seriously? bringing this up now? You promised to let it go the last time we had dinner together.
Kid HBI is starting to improve.
And when might that have been?
The last time we had dinner, like I said.
Yeah. Bro, like, yeah, you're seeing this shit. They think we're fool.
You took my hand and said it was all water under the bridge. Wait, hold on. Have you genuinely forgotten? Oh, this isn't part of your act, is it? And to think I tried so hard.
Is this what sacred flame crystals can do? It's like you've all become completely different people.
Similarly, ain't even acting. She's just being herself.
For me to...
He's hot.
Damn it, Mawika. Do you even have any idea how long I've had to put up with your nonsense? Without so much as a heads up, you just dumped some pile of design schematics in my workshop that you'd gotten from who knows where, and then tell me to build you that flame rider or whatever you call it.
I think this is real.
Every single day, and then whenever it breaks down, you send it straight back to me for repair, even when I'm on vacation. Oh, and not to mention your special sunglasses and that precious sword of yours that's impervious to even the hottest of flames. Do you need me to make a list?
Everyone's like,
Or is Shilonen's acting pretty convincing?
She might be the only one who's not actually acting, Kachina.
She's letting the anger from all this time boiling over.
You wake me up this morning, Kanich.
And from
Everyone's venting.
I'm not taking any more work during holidays, and you're banned from showing up at my vacation spots.
Wait.
My vacation spot.
I remember now. You were the one who kept encouraging me to drink more that evening. Not trying to get me drunk so you could write off some old debts, huh? Smooth moves, Mualani. Figured out some tricks to use on old Granny, have you?
Well, would you look at that? Oh, these little pipsqueaks suddenly at each other's...
Everyone's venting. Or is it my turn? Is it my turn to vent yet? Is it my turn? Chat, what about I fight with the Archon quest? What about it? Huh? Come on. Everyone act a little bit more convincing. Capito is gone and no one is even batting an eye. Unbelievable.
Listen up, everyone! Arguing won't solve any problems, so let's settle this with a good old-fashioned fight to the death! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, hereby appoint myself your referee! Kanich! Let's start with Kanich! Who's got it in for Kanich?
Me!
Huh? Whoa, what's wrong?
what are the is it with these scenes?
Perfect timing.
What is a smile?
Well, you're the worst. You wasted an entire bucket of ice by taking a bath in it. And you ate all those crackers I baked. I spent the whole night preparing them.
Always yelling at the top of your lungs. You're a permanent earache in a pint-sized package.
No list would suffice to record the horrible things you've done.
Whoa, time out!
Time out. It get real all of a sudden, chat.
Oh, how could this be? The argument's spiraling out of control. I can no longer cleanse the evil power within the sacred flame crystals myself. If this goes on much longer, continues for much longer. Oh, how does it go again?
She needs a script.
Oh, yeah. If this goes on much longer, natlan
She has a script.
We're so close. If only a brave hero would step forward. Good thing I wrote that all down in advance. Hopefully I sold it.
That's us.
That's terrible.
Onto?
That's terrible. Blood's having PTSD. Kachina doesn't sound like a giant. XDD.
There's no need to save him. Think of what we could accomplish with all those sacred flame crystals.
Fine by me. Let's settle our old scores today. once and for all. What right do you children of Echoes think you have to point fingers at us? How many times have you wronged us over the years?
Bunch of liars and cowards banding together like the vermin you are. It's sickening.
Never have the heavens smiled down upon those who live by the rules. If something's worth having,
Its hands look kind of weird. Arms look kind of weird. Why is the forearm so short? It's all my fault. I don't want to be cured. I don't want to. It's a sacred flame crystal. Please stop.
Onto.
You're up, bro.
You up?
This ends now. We're here to save the day.
Evil power that corrupts the human heart? There's no place for you in Natlan anymore. We will stand united and face the years ahead together. Fly, my dude, fly! Cast
Fly!
the of unity, just like I taught you.
My dude!
Now, Auroran.
Got it.
It's a special effects team. It's working. Sprinkling rainbow.
The path of fate lies bleak. Walls rise in human hearts. Yet those walls we shall break, and we will march on. From this day forth, may worldly strife be no more.
Blood has a whole speech memorized. Unlike Mahuika, who has to read from a script.
The evil power is fading.
The magic's working.
Grain fruit chips taste so much better with sweet cheese. That's not even up for debate.
I think you'll find that salted cheese is the classic. The first and best choice in Natlan for centuries.
Cheese! That's just for kids. I'd never go near it. Well, I guess you're not completely wrong. They have a unique flavor with salted cheese, too. The perfect storytime snack.
The music is getting calmer. I love this. This is the sunrise kind of music in Natlan.
Also great with a glass of wine. Though sweet cheese with a splash of liqueur works well too.
Triumphant music.
Let's
Even.
have another get-together sometime. Don't worry, I won't bring up the door incident again.
Cylon's face palming.
Amazing, Granny. Next time I'll come with Kachina. And we'll bring some home-baked Saurus crackers and grain fruit chips along. And some glazed meat stew and volcano cake, too.
Sure. In that case,
You know what? The quest was a little bit corny, but this scene is wholesome.
juice or something? When will you all grow up? Why does it feel like I'm always the only one drinking?
You think I understand now? What do you mean by understand now?
Isn't there some kind of sweet and sour soup that's all the rage with the Masters of the Nightwind right now? What's it called again? Mystique soup? Much better than alcohol, if you ask me.
Wait a minute, what exactly is going on here? Your attitudes towards each other are changing.
Wow, that's weird. What was I just saying? I can't remember for the life of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something about wishing I dropped by your workshop more often and how grateful you are that I keep pushing you to achieve the impossible. Life is like climbing a mountain. All the best views are at the top. You just give people that kind of vibe.
Vibe.
Wait, are you serious?
Are you serious?
Just kidding.
Do I have to get my speech over again from the beginning, Mahuika?
How into that have you two? Snap out of it, people! It's like you're all under some kind of spell! Quick, Kanich, think of something!
I owe you an apology too. I've been too harsh on you.
This is the last straw. I think they broke a hole.
Power is completely gone. Were you the one who helped us?
Awesome job, bro!
Great job.
This music gives Lion King vibe. Yeah, it does.
Crystals have been cleansed.
So good.
You can use them to cure your friend. Don't leave him hanging. Go tell him the good news.
Is that how you're saying it does in fact corrupt? Or is part of the act? It's part of the act. That's my interpretation.
Thank you so much.
They were just taking the opportunity to also vent some real stuff.
Told you it would all work out. Didn't I mention I'm an old hand at this whole argument game?
You were this close to spilling the beans.
Here. Even the kids of our
Make war, not love.
Tell you what, we're lucky they don't speak our language.
I couldn't help it. Besides, how was I supposed to, criticize Kachina to her face like that?
Lualani. Actually, it was the same for me. Even though I knew it was all just an act, I didn't want to argue with you. Huh? So you were all just playing pretend? Ugh, boring. I'm going back to bed.
That walking animation.
Now, all that's left are the ocean zephyrs, right? I heard on the way over that we'd already found some, so it shouldn't take long.
Everyone, over here!
Nice.
And, whoa, that's a lot of saurians.
We've gathered enough ocean zephyrs. I asked them to give them to me, but they wanted to bring them over themselves. So we came together. Here, I think this should be
Oh, the Saurians are bringing them over. So nice.
I'll go mix the ingredients. Hey, Kakuku, dude, less chat, more help.
Sure thing, bro. I've got you, bro.
Sure thing, bro. I love the interaction at the argument there.
All been waiting for. Oh, sacred flame crystal, forged by the will of many. Please, work your wonders and drive this sickness away.
Oh, cutscene time. Cutscene. Jeez. It worked. It worked. Oh. There's so many of the main cast in one place. They have been really ramping up the... That's probably taking a lot of processing power. Oh. Friend? Friend? It's nice to see the whole cast of Natlan being happy like this. I don't think we really have this kind of moment after the Ark Conquest. Jeez! What does this give? Lion King vibe! Pokemon Assemble! Yeah, we did not really have this kind of scene after the Ark Conquest is done. Just like everyone being wholesome and enjoying thing. I guess having it immediately after the Ark Conquest would be a little bit too soon, but this is nice. Prove that all my Gamba money goes to something. Oh. If for the life of me I can remember the guy's name. But yeah. That's okay, little one. Give him back some color. Why does the dude have color and the Saurian does not? Return to the Night Kingdom, little guy. Indeed.
Cheer up, bro. It's always tough to lose a friend. But in this case, our parting is their reunion. Antu's already wandered the world for way too long. But now that they're all fixed up, he could be at peace.
Whole cast is here except our boy Capitano.
and he's done that.
I'm sure there will be a tribute to Capitano probably at the end of the whole natlan version, maybe at 5.7 or something. I'm sure there will be some kind of tribute to him.
To do what my ancestor could not.
But having him on screen right now would be kind of weird.
We also made a historic contribution to the study of phlogiston-related diseases. As a physician, I'm honestly feeling touched and overwhelmed.
Hoyo has been making great visuals lately. Yeah, I agree.
Then without further ado,
I agree.
I announce that the Bloomflower trials have come to a successful close.
Woohoo!
Though,
What's my sound effect?
competition had another meaning. Throughout the event, I didn't witness any arguments, scheming, or plotting for personal gain. All 6 tribes united to accomplish something truly remarkable. Even without the threat of the Abyss, we're still as close as family. We've surpassed those who came before us, and in the future, our people will surely grow more united still. So, in keeping with our traditions, it's time for a celebration. Let's make this a lively one, people.
I think
I picked a whole batch of fresh vegetables just yesterday.
even amidst the somewhat messy writing of Act 5 the Archon Quest, I think the whole Archon Quest in Natlan is having a lot of nice visual. Many cutscenes that they pour probably a lot of effort into.
See you tonight! Paimon's ready for a feast and a half.
Celebration banquet. Yeah, don't mind me. After all that happy thing, I still need some soaring material. So don't mind me. It's gonna be quick. Okay. Soaring Fang. Thank you. Very nice. Thank you very much. Alright, where were we? Banquet with Saurian. Alright, let's go. Capitano versus Mahuika was best. I think there was some cutscene during the war that I really enjoy as well.
Let's ride.
Imagine Genshin used Unreal Engine instead of the Unity.
Fancy a slice of volcano cake? I baked it myself.
Nice. I have no idea what's the difference between them.
In that case, Paimon'd be glad to oblige. So good. Paimon's tempted to eat the whole cake. Go ahead. I made this specially for you guys.
That's Chaska in the background. And Wolani. And Silonan.
Sweet cakes help people forget their worries. And I hope everyone could be happy every day.
You seem to have bounced back. The cloud hanging over your head during the competition has disappeared.
I'm feeling much better.
Remind you of the trouble of finding out her true law and still kill them.
Reading through those old scrolls, I realized that the 6 tribes
The gameplay of the game and the law can be sometimes disconnected.
and even got into big fights. I've never experienced anything like that. I can barely imagine such a harsh way of life. I love Natlan the way it is today, and I love spending time with my friends. As Uncle Pakal once told me, the harder something is to come by, the more we should treasure it.
Through the old scroll, realized that 6 tribes haven't always been so united. They argue a lot, got into fight. Yeah. Should have left for a while there. Okay.
So, I've decided to always do my best to help.
Unreal Engine is more like mobile friendly, where Unity is mostly used for high-end graphics game.
Forever and ever.
It's the other way. Okay.
How I'm gonna do that. But I can start with what I'm good at. Like baking delicious crackers and cakes to share with everyone.
You're a good kid.
Paimon just had an idea. You could open a cake shop. That way Paimon will be able to enjoy your cakes even more often than she already does! You really think so?
I mean, a big part of Genshin audience is coming from mobile gameplay.
Making delicious desserts every day and making everyone smile.
So even though they can likely make it better for the other platform, they want to include the mobile in as well.
Guys, I think I might have found a new goal to work towards.
Good luck.
By the way, Paimon hasn't seen Aoife or that cuckoo thesaurus yet. Any idea where they went? Before the party, I heard he was planning on heading up that hill to pay respects to his ancestor. They're not back yet?
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't get back soon, all the best food's gonna be gone.
Well, why use Unreal Engine?
Guess we've got no choice but to take the cake with us and go check on them.
And their mobile game is really heavy, right? Oh, nice.
Try some. Delicious, as always. It's your signature dish.
It's so different from the past, right? The chief of the tribes are hanging out so nicely and being so nice to each other.
A toast to the successful conclusion of the Bloomflower trials. Cheers!
Cheers. Finally. A few days off.
Planning a vacation, are we?
Judging from my experience with the pilgrimage, things are pretty quiet for a few days after competitions. There usually isn't much trouble.
People are content.
Competitions do take a lot out of everyone. We all need a good rest.
That too.
Cheers to that. And a long overdue break.
Chief.
This wine's amazing. Of course.
And Chief.
Into my collection otherwise. Drink as much as you like today, people. I mean, I owe you all one, don't I?
And Chief.
We might just have to take you up on that. As much as we like? You might regret saying that.
All right. Bring it on.
Na, da, da. No,
I'm curious. How did you create?
Both are good. It depends on how the game creators optimize the game.
It's an illusion. If Granny had been the one doing it, she could have come up with something much more impressive.
All right. You can stop with the flattery. Just an illusion? You're already good enough to fool me.
Oh, is that incident still in your mind?
Didn't
exactly have a choice back then.
Relax. I'm not here to dig up the past. I'm just saying you've got a real knack for illusions. And that's something to be proud of.
Thanks, Granny.
For not scolding me.
The more meat you eat, the faster you'll recover.
Meat? Good talk. Good talk.
Want some more cake? I made plenty.
Is Mahuika around? She's not. Okay, moving on. Mahuika, are you in here? Are you? Okay. Just a guess. Oh, Kiddish.
I owe you an apology too. I've been too harsh on you. Wish I could have frozen that moment in time so you could just listen to yourself.
A few more drinks, and who knows? You might hear it again in your dreams.
Genshin Mobile Edition is super optimized and runs on mobile and isn't light. It's decently light for how much content there is. Genshin is like 30 gigs, which is small amount compared to like 200 in Western console. I agree. They have done some optimization. When 5.0 comes around, I believe.
Off we go. Let's ride.
Yo, Ancestor man.
You can delete the past quest? Yeah.
Yes, you're reunited with
The Ancestor man.
I have a Kukasaur companion.
Yo, Ancestor. Dead Ancestor.
Must have felt. First time I saw this dude, he was out in the wild, being bullied by other Saurians because of his unusual appearance. He'd been pecked all over the place, bleeding from head to toe. He barely...
No way, bro.
I gave him some meds, and from then on, he just stuck to me like glue. Even wound up becoming my assistant.
Stop, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Oh, thanks, bro. Okay, that works too.
Hey, don't mention it, dude. Being on the road with me as a vet was never gonna be an easy gig. One time when we were treating a sick Saurian, Kakuku got infected too. He ran a high fever, and I searched everywhere for ingredients and did everything I could for him. But despite giving it my all,
The quest is nice.
he was right on the edge, man. And all I could do was keep praying. If he hadn't recovered, I know I'd have felt the same guilt you did. Luckily, he managed to pull through. And he even stayed by my side, helping me ever since. He's a solid assistant, no question. So yeah, Kakuku, I'm the one who should be thanking you.
Hey, don't mention it, dude.
Your medicine born of guilt, don't sweat it. We'll keep improving it as we go. You have my word. That way, no one else will ever have to feel the same guilt that you did ever again.
Is this speaking to Kakuku or is this speaking to... I think the Ancestor, right? Oh boy, we got the ground. Jeez. That's the event. That's the event, right? Yeah. That's the event. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice, yeah. The quest seems like a fairy tale for children at times. With it being a little bit cartoonish like or fairy tale like in how they try to resolve things. But seeing past that, it was wholesome, yes. I love the moments between the characters there. The combat is decent, and like, up until the end, I like the interaction between our main cast of characters, as well as the little cutscene they give us. It feels earned that we have this now, after the whole Archon quest has concluded and everyone has been through the wall. Secret cutscene?
Huh? Yo, bros. What brings you guys here?
Bringing our bros some cake, of course.
Ha! Secret cutscene.
You know, they're incredible.
For real? In that case, I gotta...
Kakuku? Yeah, I'll take that, bro.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, bro.
Hey, save some for me.
You heard Hoyo is fixing... Oh, they gone. Fixing the Penacony arc in HSR. The story was good. It was just takes too long. That's why they are fixing it. What if they do the same on Natlan Act 5? Are they really... Are they gonna really reduce the duration of the yapping? I mean, Genshin could use a lot of that. There are definitely moments in the quest that I say you don't have to do the Paimon thing of repeating everything. Is Nectar too? Yeah. That's a nice quest. It takes a little bit longer than I expected to. So as we listen to the peaceful nighttime Natlan music, we also try to wrap things up there for the stream. HSR Emperor's first act was 10 hours long. I tried to go through the HSR story. I think it was quite long. I kind of dropped it. I'll try to find some kind of cutscene compilation for HSR and just watch that sometime. That was a nice story. It's definitely, I don't think it's at the level of the last patch story, the Inazuma or the Lantern Ride, but it has a nice heartwarming feeling to it, and I think it's nice for the Natlan cast to experience that after all they've been through to this point. Have you finished the quest? I have just finished the quest, yes. Was away from the stream because you didn't want spoiler. Yeah, I finished the quest. It was a nice quest. It feels like kind of a little bit too good to be true with fairy tales at times, but I think it's nice. Okay, chat. Any last bit of a discussion or question? We can still talk about this a little bit tomorrow, I guess. What? No, not tomorrow. I'm not streaming tomorrow. XDD. We will be doing the Abyss thing on Friday. I'll be streaming on my Friday morning as well as Friday evening. This is usually evening time for me. You going already? Yep. It is midnight for me. The third planet was pretty long. Didn't know space station arc. Jalil planet was long in the show. Well, we'll be doing some skating along. The skating feels much more peaceful than the Mohika riding the bike. Also, it was nice hearing Cerulean giving a piece of her mind right there. That was nice. Some character development for Kachina. What is this? Huh? I got kidnapped. Trouble? Gotta help her. No. What? Another time. Let me mark this location. Quest? Okay, chat. I see some discussion still going on in the background. If you wish to continue that, you can totally continue it in my Discord server. That will be marking the end of the stream. Oh, is it getting into morning? It seems like everything is brightening up a little bit, which is fitting. All right, chat. Thanks everyone for hanging out today. It has been a fun stream. We procrastinated doing the quest a little bit at the beginning, and it went for a little bit longer than I imagined. The world quest is so good, you can choose the bad ending. I've heard people saying the world quest is good. I've seen some thumbnails in YouTube that I've been trying to avoid the spoiler of. We will take a while to do the world quest because I still have to get through the Varesa quest and then the Abyss challenge in the next few days.
So many as I thought.
So our schedule for the next few days are packed. Tune in if you want to hang out and have some fun. Seeing me struggle in the Abyss challenge as well as doing some Varesa quests in the upcoming days. Probably have to do that on next Tuesday. But yeah. Good rising in lore. I am totally up for people coming in and sharing me some lore videos that I totally do not know exist, and amazing videos like that. But hey, here's my ending screen, and as I let the Natlan music continue playing in the background, I wish you have an amazing rest of your day. Music increase.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in!
If you have been enjoying the stream and would like to support it, you can like and subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, as well as joining the YouTube membership on YouTube and doing super chat on YouTube. I really appreciate it. The music just gone. Awkward. We're gonna wait a little bit. Adios, buddy. Good night. See you on Friday on your account. Yeah, indeed. Good night, GG. Okay, here's some music from third-party website.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay?
Paimon! Paimon! Bye-bye, chat.